If the playoffs started tomorrow, the Birmingham Bulls would be facing Fayetteville in the first round. With last night's win over visiting Roanoke, the Bulls are in sole possession of 5th place, Fayetteville in 4th. A win tonight, and the Bulls will be in 4th, and that last coveted home ice advantage spot for the first round. But that's easier said than done. Evidenced by the third period of last night's win, the Yard Dogs were setting the table for what could be a very, very, very spicy dinner tonight. This one will be interesting. This Roanoke team historically loves to jump on the opponent early, build a multi-goal lead, then force you into having to take offensive chances just to get back into the game. And typically when that happens, those teams that are behind make mistakes, being too aggressive, and you wind up giving the puck over, not having enough back, and then that's it. They just feed off your own mistakes. Jody Chernesky here, along with tonight, Greg Dreveny is back. I want to thank Mike Zaruna for joining me last night. He helped me out a lot. But this could be a very huge weekend for the Birmingham Bulls. Getting points against Roanoke is not easy. But on the heels of a big 5-3 win last night, with 4 second-period goals by Birmingham, the Bulls will try for a clean sweep at the Pelham Civic Complex. Greg, despite last night, Roanoke is still the hottest team in the league. Austin Rodebush has been incredible. Last night removed. He leads the league in wins at 25 in minutes played. He's second in save, has 3 shutouts. And prior to last night, he had only given up 13 goals in his last 8 games. He has 3 shutouts. I know you weren't here, but what does Birmingham need to do to take a second game from a team like Roanoke?
Well, Jody, it's one of those things where you talk about the importance of rivalries, and you know what, I'll tell you, until this year, I would say that the Birmingham Bulls' biggest rival in the SPHL, despite the 8.5-hour travel distance, is the Roanoke Rail Yard Dogs. Now, this year, you know, they're getting some competition from the Bulls in Huntsville and all that stuff, but you look back over the years and in those key games, whether you're talking about the playoffs in the early years, in the Hicks years, and then the playoffs recently down there with those 2 overtime games in Roanoke, it's just like these guys are like peanut butter and jelly when you talk about how they float with the Bulls. And every night they're big, they're physical, they move the puck well. Austin Rodebush, he's one of those guys we talked about, the former Birmingham Bull. He was here for a little while in training camp. Unfortunately for Austin, he had Austin Lotz and Hayden Stewart to deal with that year. So, nonetheless, as you're an up-and-comer, you know, having to move and go find a new home isn't always a bad thing, Jody, and that is one thing that Austin Rodebush did find in Roanoke, is a heck of a team to back up and play behind, and now here they are, and tonight, Rodebush versus Stewart, head-to-head. Let's get after it.
We haven't had the greatest of years. It's been somewhat disappointing as of late. We've only lost 1 regulation game in the last 9. Now, let's get back to Roanoke. They historically are in the hunt for the championship every year. They took it from us 2 years ago. I didn't realize this till I looked a little deeper, Greg, but in 9 of the last 11 games between Birmingham and Roanoke, this goes back years, 9 of the last 11 games has been decided by 1 goal.
Oh, yeah.
Last night was the first time it was decided by more than 1 goal in months. We're not that far off from this team, and here I am praising Roanoke. Should I be praising the Birmingham Bulls instead?
Oh, absolutely, Jody. And, you know, it's one of those things where, you know, the Bulls were going through a lot of adversity this year. You know, you talk about the injury bug and the whole 9 yards and everything like that. But you know what? They never said die. They kept building, they kept looking, they kept trying to find the right pieces. You know what I mean? Taylor Brierly has excelled and evolved into a defenseman that, you know what, I'm grateful every time that I come to the rink or I check the stats page about him, because you say it more than I do, but you talk about the best defenseman in the SPHL. Last night, same thing. The Bulls are a little dysfunctional, we'll call it, out of sync a little bit, right? Roanoke's out there looking like rock stars, and all of a sudden, who changes the tide for the Birmingham Bulls but Taylor Brierly jumping in for the first goal of the night, and then the assists on the second one. And jumping out from there, the Bulls made a key acquisition. Who jumped in for 2 points last night was Ballon,
Right.
the former Knoxville Ice Bear.
He spent the last 2 years in Indianapolis in the East Coast Hockey League. He came in last night. He took a giveaway from Mac Jansen just inside the Roanoke blue line. I don't know what Jansen was doing. It just gave him away, and he cut right in front of, at that time, Tyler Roy, and backhanded into an open net. Now, let me ask you this. You're the goaltender. Austin Rodebush, two-time Player of the Week, Player of the Month in the SPHL. He's been on fire, to say the least. Now, he pulls himself. What would precipitate or cause him to come over to his bench and say, get me out of here?
Jody, honestly, that's one of the signs of a great goaltender, because you know when you're in that flow zone. You know what I mean? You're seeing every puck, everything that gets deflected comes into you. There's no rebounds, the whole 9 yards. And you know what? That same mojo that allows him to have those nights and be that great goaltender night in and night out, it's that same mojo when you're out there and you're like, you know what? Tonight's not my night, and it could be a variety of reasons, Jody. You just never know. But if it's not your night and you know that you can't get where you need to be mentally, hey, he's doing his team a favor by coming to the bench and saying, like, guys, this one's on me. Hey, next guy up, get after it, and let's see how we do.
I didn't know if he was pulling himself because he just wanted to rest for tonight, if he got injured or what, but he's back in the net tonight, so we know that doesn't count. So, like you said, he's a veteran. He knows when it's working and knows when it's not. We'll just see what happens tonight. Stewart, let me tell you about his second period. I have been doing this 3 years with you, and we've seen a lot of great goaltending. I have never seen anybody have a game like Hayden Stewart had last night. He got standing ovations. The crowd was screaming like we had just scored a goal on the saves he was making. I've never seen anything like it, and he's back in net tonight.
Well, and Jody, you talked about how the Bulls have looked in their last 9 and, only giving up that one game or whatever. And I'll tell you what, whether it's regular season or whether it's playoffs, if you get strong goaltending, you can go, and that is something. When you add Rodebush, Stewart, and Lotz together, you've got a high goaltending dynamic triple duo in the building tonight.
This is going to be a fun game. Roanoke, didn't like the outcome. They're going to come out blazing tonight and bodies flying. We'll pause real quick for the singing of our national anthem.
The singing of our national anthem brought to you by the Flooring Gurus.
Well, we apologize if you didn't hear that. That was a young, it looked like elementary school choir singing, and they did a great job, but for whatever reason, there's no microphones when they sing. They were just singing to an open stadium.
Well, Jody, once you turned down the mic volume on that, once we realized it wasn't coming, you know what? That was actually a very beautiful rendition by the kids. A great job there. But make a phone call. Tell somebody
No
down the
kidding.
front office. Anybody that does a choir, let's get them a handheld and have the conductor hold it or
Have
whatever.
a couple of mic stands
Yep.
in front of the.
Let's-
That's not the first time it's happened.
No, that's.
And there's some great singers that
Yes.
we've heard through here. I mean, last night's was incredible. Tonight, the kids did a great job. I'm sorry if you didn't hear it, but it's not our fault. I'm not passing the buck, but it's the truth. As we wait for another ceremonial puck drop. Let me ask you about Roanoke. Last night, they really didn't play physical hockey like we know they are capable of. They were embarrassed at the end of 2 periods of play, down 5-1. The third period, they came out like their pants were on fire, and they took shots on goal, Greg, until there was 0.1 seconds left. They still were taking shots. There was no quit. They didn't give up. Do you consider this a redemption night for them when they're going to come out and try and physically manhandle Birmingham and take control? Because we can't play that game.
Well, it's one of those things, Jody, where as you come out and you have that third period, you're throwing everything at the kitchen sink at Stewart, and he's just turning it away, shot after shot after shot. You know what? That's something that's going to sit and resonate in Roanoke's head, especially overnight. They go out for their meal, you know what I mean, get back in together at the hotel room. Just different things that you talk about. And I guarantee you there was time last night talking about, guys, what did they see? How can we do it? Because they have to find a way to figure out Stewart. And I guarantee you that guys like Stephen Alvo, throughout his leadership, talking about we need to get out there and bring the physical game, boys, get back to our old style Roanoke hockey.
All right, we're about to get underway. Matt O'Day on the faceoff for Roanoke. And McGregor Sinclair for Birmingham. Underway, Birmingham chasing down the faceoff, and already the forechecking is wild for Roanoke. Birmingham chips it out through center ice, and we'll skate away back into the Roanoke zone, close to offside. Sinclair hit on the play by Valerian. The puck goes around to the net. Behind it, played by Corey Doney, who's in the lineup tonight, scratched last night. Johnny McDonald out for Roanoke tonight. For Birmingham, Trevor Thurston is a scratch. He's out, and Jared Christie is in the lineup for the Bulls. Birmingham, cross-ice pass for Roanoke, who's hit hard there by Gallagher and goes down. This puck sent down the length of the ice, stopped by Rodebush. That's 2 big hits already for Roanoke. Loose puck. There's another hit. This one, I believe, on Glover. He gives the puck up. Here comes Jacob Kelly into the Bull zone. He gets away from Matt Clark, but loses the puck. Kelly picks it back up behind Stewart. Comes out to the side of the net where it's played by Schlottick. Schlottick gets it out to Roach. His shot well wide of the net, and Alvo just pokes it right back behind the net. Schlottick has it. This is the exact same way the game started last night, and just like last night, Alvo shot right into Stewart, who gobbles it up, and no rebound, face off to his right.
And I think that's going to be what you're going to see out of Roanoke tonight, Joe. You see a lot of offensive forechecking. You're going to see him throwing pucks back to the point. And like I said, you saw right there on about that 70-footer, Hayden Stewart, he's going to stop those all night. So, good stop by Stewart. Bulls need to get this thing going and rally a little bit on their own.
Ford wins the draw for Roanoke, back to Roach, plays it behind the net. Schlottick had it taken away from him by Brierly, but gets it back. Brierly ties him up. Puck slides over. Kelly has it behind the Bulls' net. Skyhill on him. Played it into the corner. Roanoke still with possession. That's Ford. Backhands one behind the net. They're cycling it down low. Kelly sends one out in front. Gets past, at least for the moment. Rose has it taken away from him. This one, Jansen centers a pass over off the stick of Ford. Ballant tried to get it out. He couldn't. Comes right back into the near corner. Brierly hit on the play. Jansen takes him out. Ford has it. Ledzianko on him. Sent back for Martin at the blue line. Gets through the legs of Ford, and Birmingham just trying to relieve the pressure and get it out, but can't. There's a centering pass down low. Doesn't connect. Off the stick of Stewart. Birmingham's Ballant on the far wall. Loose puck there, played. Here comes Rose. Rose one-on-one with Bryce Martin. He has a trailer. Rose hit on the play by Martin, and he goes down hard into the boards. Nothing illegal about the check. Rose just lost his edge and went down. Played back at the blue line for Matt Clark. Cross-ice pass. There's a shot deflected in front. Goes by the wayside. Near side played by Widmar out to Jansen, and Stanko can't control. Mac Jansen backhands one into the Bull zone. No icing. Birmingham will try and come the other way. As Matt Clark tried to set it up for Kip Ledzianko. It's deflected away. Back to Ryan Romeo. He gets it ahead to Kip, who sends it deep into the Roanoke zone. Olnick giving a little forechecking effort, but Valerian sends it up through center ice for Municello. Doney will hammer it into the Bull zone. It'll come near side. It's played by O'Day behind the net. Gallagher in front. Blocked in front, and I believe that is Olnick. Took the worst of that. He's going to get up and play it. It comes free. Birmingham will clear into center ice. Just like that, Municello plays it right back in. Skyhill has it for the Bulls. Played it along the far wall. Here comes Olnick. Olnick brings it in. 3 men back. He scores! Oh. Colton Olnick with a gift. I don't know how that found the back of the net, Greg. It was a 1-on-3 rush. Colton Olnick and 3 Yard Dogs, and he buries it. Colton Olnick on fire. That's the 5th straight game he's had goals at home.
Well, Jody, for all the kids at home, it's one of those things where as a goaltender, a forward coming in, don't stop moving your feet, and Olnick did just that. He drove wide 1-on-3, but in mid-stride, he just chipped a little quick wrister, and he got a lot on it, and it just slid right through the 5-hole high on Austin Rodebush. Wow, that was a nifty little shot there by Olnick.
What is going through Rodebush's mind now after last night, and then that's just not a good goal he gives up.
Well, it's one of those things, Jody, where the next shot on net will tell us.
Clark with the puck now. Dangerous pass taken away by Schlottick. Birmingham comes away. This Apatagan is in front. Deflected by Kip Ledzianko right in.
Connor
to
Scahill.
Yep, here we go.
And first Viper goal scored.
Now that's Roach behind the net. He ties up. It's hard to tell what the New Jerseys were wearing. We're really the Cahaba Valley Vipers tonight. And the New Jerseys have smaller numbers. We're dressed in all white, and it's impossible to read the numbers on the sleeves. Agreed?
Agreed.
That was Apatagan that Roach was tied up with, who came up right over to the Roanoke bench and let Roach know how he felt. The faceoff will come outside of that Roanoke blue line.
And Jody, I don't even think twice about, Roach trying to mix it up back there and make something happen, because you have to try and do something here early so you don't end up on the same end as you did last night.
Off the draw, Roanoke has it. That's Bryce Martin. Gains the red line, sends it in for forward. His pass is broken up. Comes to the near wall. Clark, nice pass over to Apatagan. He'll backhand one to center ice. Picked off by Bryce Martin. Puts it right back in. Dump and chase is what Roanoke's going to play all night long. Puck comes free past everyone back into the Yard Dog zone. Martin has it. Sends it to Pepe. Brendan. Nice pass up through center ice. Jacob Kelly has it. Tried to get past Matthews. He couldn't do it. Loose puck, though, picked up by Roanoke. Behind the net, Mac Jansen hit by Phil Ledzianko. Loose puck along the far boards. Jansen muscles it away from Matthews, but it comes right back to Ledzianko. Birmingham will clear, and if we can hurry, that's Rose going in after it. He's tied up on the play nicely by Valerian and cleared by Rodebush. Oh, big hit on the far walls. Almost coughed it up for Roanoke, but Valerian picks it up. Doney got hit by Ledzianko, but back into the Birmingham zone, and it escapes. Widmar had a chance at it, but his pass bounced back outside the zone. Our Dogs have it. Valerian lifts one in right on Stewart, bounces right into the mitt, and I know what he's going to do, and he does. He holds on for the faceoff.
So, Jody, here's a little interesting observation here on Jansen, number 13 for Roanoke. If you watch him as he comes across the blue line and Roanoke maintains possession, very few times I've seen this, and when I was a goalie, I hated guys and offenses that did this, but he will turn, they'll push the puck to the wall, he will turn backwards and back up between our two Ds. and he will post up behind them, and if we get control of the puck, he will stand there close to Austin Lotz just in case Roanoke creates a turnover at the blue line. They pass to him, and then he's all alone in front of the goalie.
That's tough to beat.
I could not stand that. And you know what I mean? Is it lazy or is it smart? I don't know, but you keep an eye on.
You're banking on turnovers is what you're doing,
That's
and at
exactly
this level,
right.
sometimes it happens.
Yeah.
That goal, Olnick, his 15th of the year, assist on the play to Skyhill, playing out his PTO, and Nikita Kozarev. Birmingham up 1-0, 14:38 remaining here in the first period of play. Face off to the left of Hayden Stewart. Matt O'Day took 70 to 80% of their face-offs last night. He's in there again. Birmingham controls. Skyhill whips one around the board, far side, knocked into center ice. Roanoke puts it right back in just that quickly. Behind the net, Skyhill plays it around the near side for McTavish. Off the skate of Christie, picked up by Roanoke. Roach sends a long one in, deflected away. Christie, a nice job, just hammers it over to the near side. And big hit in front of the Roanoke bench. Going down on the play was Sinclair. That was Steven Alvo. Wow. Now it's loose behind the Roanoke net, stopped by Rodebush. He slides it to his defense. Still loose. Gallagher have it along with Glover. Gallagher sends it far side for Alvo, and they'll send it back right into the Bull zone. That's got to be icing, and it is. Touched up by Matt Clark. The faceoff will come back down in the Roanoke zone. Already, I've seen more hitting tonight than I did the entire night last night.
Yeah, well, that's a big east to west hit there, Jody, in the neutral zone. And, you know, Alvo's one of those guys. He's a tough cookie, but usually he's on the other end of the hits. You know, usually the disher out, and very seldomly do many guys catch him close to the wall like that. So we'll see how he does. Hopefully he's all right.
Off the draw, Matthews has it. He sends one off the skate of Kozarev into the corner. Nikita picks it up, lost it. He'll come back and get it near side. Kozarev looks for a place to go. They are all over Birmingham in the offensive zone. Played along the far wall. Matthews pinching in, keeps it alive for the moment. It's loose. Picked up by Matt O'Day. Very versatile player. O'Day, a defenseman that can play up front as well. Nikita Kozarev sends one behind the goal line for Glover. Takes a hit from Gallagher. Tried a centering pass. Can't do it. Olnick picks the puck up. Near corner, Olnick slides it behind the net for Glover. Gallagher on him. Back at the point for Matthews. Matthews winds up, takes the shot, he scores! Deflected by Drake Glover.
Yep.
What a shot by Kyler Matthews. He has a hammer when he cuts loose, and Glover in the right place once again.
And that, Jody, Glover was literally just posted up over there beside the net of Austin Lotz. Matthews with a ripper from the point. You talk about that right-handed D with the big cannon, and he unleashed it there, and it literally just deflected off the tripod stick right there of Glover. Nothing Rodebush could do about that, but what a goal.
Hand-eye coordination by Glover. Unbelievable. Here's the call.
Oh, scored by number 19, Drake Glover! His 14th goal of the season. The assist, number 26, Colton Olenek. And number 74, Kyler.
Olnick and Matthews on the assist. That's second point of the night for Olnick. A goal and a secondary assist. Schlottick puts the puck in the Bull zone where Stewart stops it, leaves it for his defense. Almost had it taken away, though, was Romeo, and he finally gets it out. Birmingham has it in their own zone. Romeo sends it near side for Brierly. Brierly back to Romeo. Long pass up for Ballant over his stick. Played by Doney behind his own net. Corey Doney winds it up. Kip Ledzianko stops him in his tracks. Slides it over for C.J. Valerian. His pass gets away from him. Skyhill intercepts, sends it ahead for, I can't see the number, I apologize. Near side, Apatagan, back to Clark. Clark gets it behind the net. Kip Ledzianko has it. McTavish in front. Jansen has it now in his own zone. Stick handled away from three different Bulls, and Apatagan picks the loose puck up. Tips it ahead for McTavish. He's hit on the play by Valerian, and Roanoke clears the puck into the center ice zone. Matt Clark has it. Game is moving quickly. McTavish Behind the net, Kip Ledzianko goes in with Valerian. Valerian, much stronger, takes the puck away, gives it to Alvo, and here we go. Steven Alvo chips it down in the corner. Jansen giving chase. Picked up by the Bulls, and it comes around far side. Kip Ledzianko just chips it back into center ice, and they'll hammer it right back in. Bulls have it near side. Long head-manning pass. That's going to be an offside, so Ballant, who was cruising behind the defense, just not in time to catch the puck. Roach ahead, off the stick of Municello for Matt O'Day. O'Day gets by one defenseman. Ridden into the boards is Municello. Centering pass for Roach. Save made by Stewart. What a shot by Roach, but you know what, Drev? Roanoke's doing a good job getting that puck down low and fighting for control, and they're getting it.
They are. They're winning those one-on-one battles down low, Jody. I'll tell you, a little side dish right there, just to the left side of the hash mark between the face-off circle. And that's tricky when Stewie has to bring his wrist down like that and trap it on the side of his pants.
Stewie looking as good as he did last night thus far. Long head-manning pass for Rose, who has it in front. Phil Ledzianko had it just dribble off the stick. He was in all alone. Ledzianko has it, though. Centers a nice pass back. That was a shot from Romeo. Just trickles wide. Loose now at the Roanoke blue line. Chipped out to center ice. Bulls have it. Romeo off the stick of Rose. Picked up by Pepe. Gives it to the captain, Nick Ford. Puts it in the Bull zone. Line change for Roanoke. 10 minutes to go. First period. Bulls up 2-0. Apatagan has it. Tried a centering pass, but Valerian not only knocks the puck down, he put Apatagan into the glass. Matthews, cross-ice pass. In front, Sinclair takes a shot save made by Rodebush. Kicks it to the side. McTavish has it, plays it behind the net, goes right back to Troy. He'll send it back to the blue line for Matthews. He takes the shot well wide of the net. Doney knocking McTavish out of the way. Comes in and hits Apatagan as well. Bulls doing a good job keeping the puck alive. Sinclair has it in the corner, knocked down by Ford.
Good hit.
Doney will pick the loose puck up, and he'll skate out. The fans wanted a penalty, but no, sir, that was a good hit, as you said. Now loose puck picked up by the Bulls, and there's a check into the Roanoke bench on McTavish. Played there by Roanoke's Ford. Drops it off for Alvo into the Bull zone. Takes a shot, deflected in front. A nice one by Stanko, goes wide. Stanko scored a couple of goals last night in the third period for Roanoke. Back at the point for Roach. Looking for a deflection, none there. Kozarev has it far side. Taken away by Jansen. Jansen and Olnick there. Puck comes out of the zone, and Roanoke has it. Widmar tries to get away from Olnick. He does. Sets it up nicely for Alvo. Alvo tried to chip it ahead for Jansen. It didn't work. Birmingham chips it back to center ice. Right back in. Brierly has it. Sends it near side. Phil Ledzianko had it bounce off his skate, and it goes right back into the Bull zone. Jansen takes Brierly to the boards hard. Widmar comes out with the puck. Centers one for Stanko. He couldn't get his stick on it. Pepe takes the hit. Loose behind the Bulls net. Play for Rose. He gets it ahead for Kozarev. He'll skate away. Two men back for Roanoke. Gives it to Phil Ledzianko. His shot deflected by Martin. Behind the net, Phil has it. Plays it off the boards for Clark. Clark puts it around the boards again behind the goal line. Pepe skates away with it, though. Brendan Pepe drops it back for Martin. 8 minutes to go, first period. Bulls up 2-0. Carson Gallagher, far side for Pepe. Christie on him. Played behind the Bulls net. 2 forecheckers in deep. And Birmingham having a hard time getting the puck out from behind their own goal line. But out comes Christie. He tries to split the D. Almost did, but he couldn't quite finish the play. Behind the net, Apatagan for Christie. He shot, save made, rebound loose. Cleared by Roanoke. Here we come the other way. Matt O'Day brings it into the Bull zone. He takes a shot, gloved by Stewart. He drops it. Rebound clear to the near boards and out. Steven Alvo in his own zone. Ahead for Gallagher off his stick. It'll come in deep. And it'll be icing. They'll rule that Gallagher did not touch the puck. And with 7:18 to go, Greg, 2-0. Let me tell you a story about Carson Gallagher. He's played in 31 games for Roanoke. He has 40 points. He's a rookie.
Wow.
He was cut loose at the first of the year by Evansville after 3 games. Waived. Pensacola picks him up. Plays 6 games. They didn't want him. Traded him to Roanoke. And at Roanoke, he has just been on fire. The leading rookie scorer. He's 5th in the league in scoring. The kid can play hockey. How does that happen? How does a player get by 2 teams that could desperately use a player like that right now?
Jody, it's one of those things where, especially for a rookie coming in, you know what? Sometimes you just have to find the right person or the mentor to put that guy in the locker room beside. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And it's one of those things that if you find that guy, the guy takes you under his wing a little bit, and just there's a little bit of feeling of comfort and confidence that goes along with that. And, you know, there's always so much uncertainty, especially when you're a new guy in the locker room. And honestly, a lot of it just depends on how the person is accepted. So, you know what? Rodebush, I think he was in the same boat, wasn't he? Didn't he go somewhere else before he went to Roanoke? Didn't he have one other stop?
I don't remember. I do not remember.
You know, there's so many guys like that.
But Buster Larson. Left
yes.
Birmingham, cut.
Yep.
Go to Fayetteville, cut. Goes to Huntsville, he's their leading scorer.
Alvo is another one, you know?
It's amazing how just the right situation
That's it.
and the right place at the right time can turn a career around. Z was telling us about how Josh Harris bounced around and he became the league MVP in Birmingham. Gallagher with it. Ahead for Municello. Backhands one into the near corner. Stewart will come out and play it himself. Whips one past O'Day. Olnick is there to pick it up. He drops it back. Bulls clear. Kozarev was streaking, but it was tipped away before it could get to him, and Alvo brings it right back for Municello. Matthews ties him up. Clark picks the loose puck up for the Bulls. Played it at center ice, off the stick of McTavish, into the Roanoke zone. Alvo will pick it up. He'll skate away. Nice pass ahead for Jacob Kelly. Kelly gets it past Brierly and stick the side into the corner by Stewart. Billy Roach has it. Gives it up for Manning. Manning for Kelly. One-timer from Roach. Goes wide of Stewart. Timmy Manning, far side, has it. Loses it. Chipped back over the blue line by the Bulls, straight to Manning.
Good clear by the Bulls there. Get that puck over the blue.
Brierly picks the loose puck up for the Bulls. Nice calm pass over for Romeo. Tried to hook up with McTavish, but the sticks get in the passing lane. Rose picks the loose puck up. 2 men back defensively, drops it off. In front, looking for a deflection from Rose, tied up by Roach. Couldn't get a stick on the ice. Good defensive play. Widmar has it now. He'll spin and come into center ice. Widmar into the near corner. He'll chase it himself and catch up with it. Played by the Bulls, though. Valerian will try and keep it in. He can't. Nice play by Bellant. Knocks it out of the air with his glove. He'll come into the Roanoke zone. Tied up. And a shot. He got it off anyway after losing the puck. Corey Doney picks it up. His pass is errant for Widmar. And Birmingham's Clark has it.
Intercepted his own giveaway, Jody.
Yeah. Behind the net, Rodebush plays it himself for Stanko, far boards. Brendan clears the puck out of the zone. Widmar pokes it into the Bull zone. Olnick gets up with it first, gives it to Clark. Gets past Roach into center ice. Birmingham has it. If we hurry 2-on-1, you got Olnick there with you. Kozarev drops it back for Glover. Taken away by Gallagher. Nice play by Carson Gallagher. Kozarev at center ice. Backhands one over. Roach puts it into O'Day, who's hit hard there by Scahill. Gallagher comes up with the puck, though. Tips it over for Alvo. Gives chase. Glover on him. Played by Olnick. Still behind the Bulls' net. For Matthews. Tries to lift one out. He can't. Comes right down to O'Day. Far corner. Matt O'Day with the puck. Watched by Olnick. Centers a pass knocked aside by the Bulls. And the puck escapes down the ice.
And just.
They're going to call icing on that. I didn't think they would.
Just that puck had to get some legs there, Jody. But
well, it's okay. 5-3 shots on goal right now. I should be calling us the Cahaba Valley Vipers because it's alter ego weekend. That's what we are. If you're watching on Flow Sports, we're in the white, non-traditional uniform of the Birmingham Bulls. We're in a neat-looking snake head, as the Vipers are. I don't know what else to call it, but it's just I like the concept, but after, and I was telling Z this, 40 years of knowing the Birmingham Bulls, it's hard for me to call them anything else.
Cahaba Valley Vipers, Jody. Don't miss the hiss. But I like the jerseys with that backdrop in behind them. You know what I mean? They've got kind of that snakeskin look, and it's...
My only complaint is the size of the numbers and the font of the numbers.
Yeah, I don't like that at all. And
it's impossible to read up here.
Here's something I want you to think about, Jody. Did they wear white last night, the Bulls?
Yeah, they wore same uniforms.
They did. So we're going to talk about something here at the next stoppage of play, but a conversation I had with Austin Lotz 2 years ago about the color of his pads. And then we'll see what you think about tonight's game.
All right. Forward on the draw, Birmingham controls. Matthews hammers it around far side, connects with Kozarev. Kozarev chips it ahead for Olnick. He puts one deep into the Roanoke zone, comes off for a line change. Wholesale changes for the Bulls. Bryce Martin behind his own net, watched by Sinclair. Steps out, plays one off the boards, banks ahead for Schlottick. Schlottick gets it across for Kelly. It's going to be an offside call if they don't vacate the zone. Birmingham picks it up and will skate away. Clark has it, lifts one into the far corner. Birmingham giving chase. Played into the corner, Martin ties his man up and the puck comes free near side. Ford picks it up, sends one through center ice, chipped into the Bull zone by Kelly. Romeo giving chase. Hit by Kelly, but plays it nicely for Apatagan. He's hit on the play, goes down by Ford. It's loose underneath of the players, tied up in the corner. Now it squirts free. Played behind the net. Romeo keeps it from going in front of Stewart and plays it far side, and the Bulls manage to clear. Apatagan sends it in. Bulls changing again. Valerian behind his own net. Watched by Rose, so he slides it across. Near side Jansen knocks it out of the air. Fanned on the clearing attempt, but he gets it inside the Bull zone where Stewart leaves it. Long pass, that's going to get past everyone, so an icing will be called on the Bulls, so the faceoff will come back into the Vipers zone.
So, Jody, Austin Lotz and I are having a conversation a couple years ago, and he's like, Trevor, I just don't feel like the pucks, they just aren't really hitting you. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of times, goal, you get hit by the pucks, and that was when he had those brand new black pads. Remember that?
Yep.
And I said to him, change to white.
Hold on, hold that thought. We're back to action. Alvo off the faceoff has the puck. Flips one in front, looking for a deflection off a body. A nice play, actually. Didn't work. Alvo takes the shot with traffic in front. How did Stewart even see that to put the glove on it?
Jody, Stewie was down. You could see he was crunched over down, almost in a U, down from his belly, looking up, peering up through about waist high, and he tracked that shot all the way in. Great job by Stewart. Usually those bigger frame goalies, they try to look up and around, but Stewie got low, just like a back catcher there. Pulled that one in, no rebound.
Face off to his left. Are you keeping up with shots on goal tonight, Greg?
Yeah.
Is the count we have on the scoreboard correct? It doesn't seem like it.
I have 7-4.
That's about right. Okay. Alvo off the draw has it. He slides it across for Jansen behind the net. It's played by Widmar. Widmar gets away from Romeo. In front, centering pass off the legs and skates. Comes to Kozarev, and he'll skate away. He has Christie and Olnick taken away, though, by Alvo. And just like that, Stanko sends it in. I did that last night as well.
Is that Steve Stankos?
I've been watching too much NHL in my life. Pepe has it far side. Martin with him. Kozarev forechecking. Martin comes away with the puck, slides it across ice for Stanko. Can't get past Romeo. Loose puck picked up by the Bulls. That's Sinclair. Backhands one in front of the Bulls bench. McTavish has it. Tried a centering pass up for Kip Ledzianko. Slap shot, kick save. Nice shot by Ledzianko. Better save by Rodebush. Sinclair with the rebound. Back to Clark. He sends a wrister gloved out of the air. Snatched from that top corner where it was labeled, Greg. He saved a goal on that one.
Looks like Rodebush is settling in, Jody. And, you know, there's always competition when you're in net, and I guarantee you Rodebush is a competitor. And when he looks down and sees Stewie making those kind of saves, you know what? I think that changes his mindset. Instead of worrying about what's behind him, saying, you know what, time for me to rise up and match him even at the other end.
Face off to his right, O'Day and Sinclair on the draw. Sinclair controls. Kip Ledzianko skating with it. Drops it back at the point for Clark. Slides it back into the near corner. Valerian and Kip Ledzianko fighting at the side of the net. Puck comes free for Brierly. He tips it right back behind for McTavish. Chips it around near side. Clark has it. Gets away from Clark, and it comes back to center ice. He'll turn it back in. In front of the Roanoke bench, he sends it in deep. Line change for the Bulls. Played by Doney over near side for Valerian. Return to Doney. Cross-ice pass connects. Municello chips it in. Gallagher going to forecheck with Matthews. Matthews stands up, avoids the check, and gives the worst of it to Gallagher. Now Municello has it. Centers one for Gallagher. For O'Day in front of Stewart. Penalty coming up on the Bulls. Save made by Stewart on the delayed penalty. Alvo took the shot.
I think we're gonna see a little hook there, Jody.
Yep.
So hey, you know what? In that situation where the player's coming all alone in front of your goalie and he's got 2 steps on you, in my opinion, that's a good penalty that you
gotta
almost
take
have
those.
to take.
Yeah.
Right.
You're taking away a great scoring
Yes.
opportunity for what may not turn into one over the next 2 minutes. On the road, Greg, this is just amazing to me. Roanoke's power play is beyond putrid. They're on a 13% success rate on power play on the road.
Wow.
At home, they can't be beat. But they are scoring at a basic 1 out of 10 every power play opportunities when they're on the road. Pepe with the puck off the draw on the power play. Less than a minute to go in the first period. Bulls up by 2. Back at the point, Pepe has it. Slides it back down near his side. Ford centers a pass. Widmar couldn't get a shot off. Olnick tied him up. Puck played far side. That's Ford. Or Jansen, I apologize. Back to Pepe. Pepe almost lost it. Gives it to Ford. Cross-ice pass off the stick of Jansen. He'll try and keep control. Plays it in the corner for Widmar. Romeo in front of Stewart blocks his path. It comes to Jansen. Jansen lays it off. Widmar takes the shot wide of Stewart, and the puck can't get out of the zone. Ford keeps it alive. We're down to 15 seconds. Pepe has it. Cross-ice pass. Widmar with a shot. That one never made it on net, and it clears into center ice. One more chance for Roanoke. Pepe slides it across for Ford. Far face-off circle. Sends it back across for Stanko, and that's it. That's why their power play is not so good, Greg, on the road. It looks like they play much better 5-on-5.
Just a little bit out of sync, Jody. And like I said, you talk about superstition and, you know, what guys do and what their game day routine looks like. And, you know, your home routine is always a lot better because you are in total control. You get on the road, you know, there's some variables in there, who your roommates are, you know, what your service is like at lunch and different things like that, if you get your proper rest in. So, I don't know, but yeah, you're right. On that power play so far, it's just a fuzz off. Not a lot, but, you know, definitely not just tape to tape and honey passes and rippers.
Well, what are your thoughts on the first period? Going into this game, I really didn't know what to expect other than a much more physical brand of hockey from Roanoke. I knew Stewie was playing out of his mind last night. He's still playing great tonight. But I'm kind of surprised, to be honest with you, that we're able to get 2 past Rodebush.
Well, Jody, a couple things. One, I think that, you know, you asked about the shots on goal. I know it seemed like Roanoke has had a lot more scoring opportunities than just their 5 shots on goal, and actually they have. But I think for the first 10 minutes of the period, the shots are what they are because they were trying unconventional ways after, you know, whether it's luck, whether it's skill. The Bulls had some good deflections down there, and it worked out for them. And I noticed Roanoke, they're shooting the pucks towards players in different spots instead of towards the net as they're trying to tip them, deflect them, and move them. And a lot of them ended up in just shots that went wide.
Well, after a period of play, Birmingham leading Roanoke 2-0 again. Hayden Stewart, I shouldn't call him Stewie. Hayden Stewart playing out of his mind. Even though he's only faced 5 shots, as you said, there were many scoring opportunities. And that one save he made down low with his glove, That was an amazing one to me. All right, here's what we're going to do. I have to ask you this. I'm very superstitious when it comes to hockey.
Okay.
I was upset last night with myself because last week when we beat Huntsville here 6-2, I had made a mistake of wearing one gray shoe, one white shoe, both New Balance, and they both kind of had that light gray shade. My white shoe's kind of eggshell white. So I wanted to do the same thing again last night. When I showed up, I realized I had both gray New Balance on. So that wasn't an issue. We win last night. Should we continue to say Bulls in Birmingham, or should we stop and say Cahaba Valleys and Vipers the rest of the night, knowing that the last 4 periods have been very good for the Birmingham Bulls?
Jody, you know what? It's pseudo-ego night, whatever you want to call it. And I think with a pseudo-ego, you can flip-flop back and forth. You know,
that's what I've tried to do.
So, you know what? I think we just do whatever comes natural, because sometimes, you know, when the Bulls are in the corners, they're the Bulls. But other times when they're really quick and they're effective and they jump into the neutral zone, quick passes and quick shots, they're striking like Vipers. So maybe we just go both ways.
You said that, not me. All right, we'll take a quick break. We come back, we'll have our usual interview with head coach Craig Simchuk. Jody Chernesky along with Greg Drevany. Stay with us, folks. 2-0 Bulls at the end of 1. Jody Chernesky here again with head coach Craig Simchuk. And Craig, after last night, you got to be feeling good about where this team stands and the way it looked, at least for 2.5 periods.
No, that's exactly it. Obviously, we knew it was going to be a good test this weekend. Set the tone on Friday, and Roanoke coming in on a 10-game win streak, goalie of the week, goalie of the month. We knew it wasn't going to be easy, so we got to bring our A game in. Just looking back on last night's game, like you said, first 40 minutes, we were involved, we were moving pucks, we were making plays, defending well, and then we kind of got away from it. We thought it was going to be an easy game and they were going to roll over, and that was the message after the game. We need to learn how to finish games in a complete 60 minutes, because teams like Roanoke, they don't stop clawing back, and they don't care how many they're down. They're going to continue to press each and every shift, and that's exactly what they did. And I mean, we're thankful the third buzzer rang, but if there's 5 more minutes left on the clock, I would have been a little nervous.
It's funny you say that, because Mike Zaruna was in with me last night when Greg Drevany wasn't, and I said to him, with 5 minutes left, I'm very nervous about this game. And he said something to me about, you're crazy. And then, 2 goals later, I'm nervous when there's 10 seconds showing on the clock. But your point of them being, they never go away, they never quit. I mean, they were 4 goals down and they were just humiliated. We took it to them and spanked them in that second period. What kind of message does that, for your team coming into tonight, what are they going to expect?
We addressed the team after the game, and that was the biggest message is, no matter what the score, they think they're in the game no matter what. And they think they have a chance to always fight back and come back. And we have to obviously clean those areas up. And to me, they're simple fixes. It's managing pucks, managing the game and the clock. Not trying to make fancy plays when just getting it deep and putting on a forecheck will do the job. I thought we got away from that in the third period, and then you can understand why the shots were 18-5, and the ice was pretty slanted.
First 5 minutes of the game, it was all Roanoke. It looked like we just could not put 2 passes together, and they couldn't miss. And then Brierly snaps one over his shoulder, and things seemed to have changed after that moment.
Yeah, and I mean, we capitalized on our opportunities yesterday, and I think that would be the biggest thing we took from yesterday is they certainly had some chances too, and Stewie stood tall, and we made some really nice plays and had some great shots, which we capitalized on and scored. So hopefully we can continue to do that again today, but we got to minimize the chances against. And that just goes back to playing the right way. All coming back together, defense first mentality, and I thought we veered away from that, and then you could see how our game kind of that affects our game.
One thing that surprised me last night about Roanoke, I expect them to come out and try and manhandle teams, try and play a lot more physical than I saw last night. I don't know if that's what you guys think, but do you expect them to try and be a little bit more physical in the second game of this series?
Yeah, no, I could definitely agree with that. I know in the past years they were a little bit bigger and heavier. I think this year they went for the experience route. They got a lot of older guys with pro games on their team, but I think they also got some skill guys. And I'm not saying that they're not tough or they're not hard. I think their skill guys do play hard, but I think they've had success production-wise, point-wise, and not necessarily always looking for the big hit or the grind it out or the tough games. They've come a long way, and they think they can beat you on the scoreboard first. So it'll be interesting to see what happens, but I'm sure they're going to be fired up.
Were you surprised when Austin Rodebush pulled himself out of the game?
I didn't see him wave to the bench or pull himself. I saw, obviously, him skate to the bench. Yeah, that kind of caught me off guard. You normally never really see a goalie wanting to leave the net. They're always usually mad when they get pulled and they want to stay in and they want to fight back. But sometimes goalie changes are more message to the 18 other guys on the ice, and someone's better step up. And so I don't know if he did that as a leadership tactic, try to get a spark, try to do something for his team, or if he just had enough that night.
Do you expect him back in the net tonight, unless there's an injury that we don't know about?
I don't know. You could go both ways. I mean, I think he let in 4 and Tyler Wall only let in 1. So they might go with the guy that finished the game. I don't know what I would do as a coach. It'd be a tough decision. Go with your ace and your starter, or go with the guy that kind of had a good game yesterday. So I don't know what route Dan Bremner's going.
I felt that Hayden Stewart kept the game from being 7-5 the other way, especially in the second period. He shut them down basically by himself in the defensive zone. You're talking about who to bring back in the net. Tell me what your thoughts are tonight between Austin Lotz and Hayden Stewart.
Well, it's a good problem to have when you got two goalies like Lotz. He played unbelievable last weekend, and then Stewie had a heck of a night yesterday. Like you said, he kept us in there, and that's a great thing of having two goalies is they always give you a chance every night. So as long as we continue this trend and they stay hot and continue playing their game, we're in a battle every night. We're going back with Stewie tonight. I thought he earned the start for us tonight, and it's only going to, I believe, it's only going to build more and more confidence in him.
All right, Bulls fans. March 13th, St. Patty's pregame. Get ready to paint the town green with the Birmingham Bulls. Join us Wednesday, March 13th for the pre-St. Patty's Day party at the Pelham Civic Complex. The Bulls are facing off against the Huntsville Havoc. We're celebrating early with hard-hitting hockey, drink specials, and a whole lot of Irish spirit. College students, this one's for you. Show your student ID and score your ticket for just $10. Don't miss the action, the energy, and the luck of the Bulls. Puck drops at 7. Grab your friends, throw on some green, and let's make this night a night to remember. Get your tickets now at bullshockey.net. March 28th, one of my personal favorites, Kids Jersey Night. Bulls fans, get ready for Kids Jersey Night. Join us Thursday, March 28th, as your Birmingham Bulls take on the Fayetteville Marksmen. The first 1,000 kids through the door will receive a Bulls Kids jersey courtesy of CBS 42 and Venue Works. It's a night of fast-paced hockey, family fun, and a special gift for the youngest Bulls fan. Puck drops at 7. Don't miss out. Get your tickets now at bullshockey.net.
On the right, lineup is set and the roster's tight. Blade placed up and the twigs feeling right, going Bulls deep in the ring tonight.
Bulls fans, are you looking for excitement and the chance to win big? The Birmingham Racecourse and Casino is open 24/7 and it's your destination for nonstop entertainment. Whether it's the thrill of the horse racing or spinning the wheels of our world-class slots and table games, we've got it all. Plus, with player rewards and a welcoming atmosphere, every visit feels like a win. Head over to the Birmingham Racecourse Casino, just off I-459, exit 31. Must be 21 years or older to play. Birmingham Racecourse Casino, where you can be a winner too. The official racecourse casino partner of the Birmingham Bulls. Bulls fans, have you been injured in an accident? The insurance company's giving you the runaround? You don't have to face this alone. At Mizrano Law, we fight for injury victims like you to get the compensation you deserve. Medical bills, lost wages, car wrecks, we make sure you're covered. When you've been injured, time is critical. Don't let the insurance companies take advantage of you. Call Mizrano Law now for a free consultation. It's simple. Call 205-800-8000 today or visit Mizrano.com. We're available 24/7 to fight for you. That's right. Justice is just a call away. Dial 205-800-8000 now. Mizrano Law, the official Alabama injury lawyers partner of the Birmingham Bulls.
Over the mountain, Vulcan on the right, lineup is set and the roster's tight. Blade placed up and the twigs feeling right, going Bulls deep in the ring tonight. House, Bulls country, rulers of the Harbor Valley. House, Bulls country, rulers
This is a shout out to the professional tailgaters, game day grillers, and potluck pros. Whether you bake it, smoke it, stack it, or melt it, there's nothing more important than how you cook up your team spirit while serving it with an ice-cold Coca-Cola, Coke Zero Sugar, or Coke Life. We may not all agree on the best game day food, but when you serve your meals with a Coke, you know you've got yourself a winner. Enjoy an ice-cold Coca-Cola at the Birmingham Bulls game. Coca-Cola, taste the feeling.
You are the barbecue boss, the sultan of spatula.
And upon the first bite of Whataburger's barbecue bacon burger, you think, hey, I can make this.
Your barbecue sauce might not be as smoky, and you probably wouldn't put both smoked cheddar and Monterey Jack on it. And you... Wait, is that bacon? Good thing there's room for more than one poobah of the pit.
Good thing there's the limited time barbecue bacon burger at Whataburger.
Jody Chernesky and Greg Jervany back at the Pelham Civic Complex, about set for the second period of play. Remember, Roanoke will begin this period on a power play. They have 1 minute left in the Kyler Matthews hook. Birmingham with a 2-0 lead at this moment. With this team, though, in Roanoke, anything could change at any time. Now the referee, in this case Brett Straley, is holding things up. Something appears to be wrong with either the net, the ice, or him. They're skating around the rink slowly with the linesman talking to him. Do you have any clue what this is about?
Well,
Stewards have vacated his net.
Sometimes, Jody, when that Zamboni comes around and heads back towards the door, every once in a while it'll do a water dump. And I think that might be what they're doing. If you look over there in the far corner and then going around behind the net, it looks to be pretty slick, yeah.
Well, why not get the squeegee out? They're not. We're going to have a face-off, but I'd rather them do that, wouldn't you?
Oh, we'll see. Sometimes it just needs an extra 30 seconds. Maybe that's what they were doing.
All right, Birmingham will try and kill the last minute of this penalty off the draw. Bryce Martin takes it for Roanoke. He'll drop it back. That's Widmar with the puck. He'll send it near side. Jansen hammers one around the boards. Played far side by Martin in the slot. Crosses over to Ford. Takes a shot. Save made. Score on the rebound. And I believe that's Stanko again, Greg, and that will be his third goal of the weekend against the Bulls.
Well, Jody, one of those things where you talked about what gets a rookie 40 points in 31 games, and you know what? It's plays like that where Stanko, you just know where to stand, and a good shot. Stewie made the first save, bounced out. He thought he had it. He squeezed it, and the puck just popped out, and there was Stanko just with a little nifty backhander. Put it in behind Stewart. We've got a new hockey game here at 2-1.
Sure do. That's his 6th goal of the year. We know one assist will go to their captain, Nick Ford. We'll get the secondary assist in a moment. 2-1's the score. Here's the call.
The assist, number 8, Joe Widmar, and 18, Nick.
So Widmar and Ford on the assist. 2-1 Bulls lead. Played by Roach out. Back down in the Bull zone. Giving chase is Kyler Matthews, and icing will be called on Roanoke. And, just as soon as I talked about how putrid their power play was, what happened?
They came back and scored.
I got to watch I'm so superstitious about some things. I even talked with Joe Stroud, the general manager here for the Birmingham Bulls, and I know he wants me to say Cahaba Valley Vipers because that's exactly what we are tonight, but I explained to him, Joe, we've done so well with me saying Bulls. He looked at me and said, call them Bulls.
Yep.
So at least there is somebody else who thinks like me. Off the draw, played by Municello. He'll skate. 2 Bulls back defensively. Clark and Brierly. Municello takes a hit from Clark at the boards. Puck loose, played by O'Day behind the Bulls net. He goes down. Taken away by Kip Ledzianko on a nice play. Ahead for McTavish. Tips one ahead for Apatagan. Apatagan had it taken away from him by Steven Alvo. Alvo lifts one cross ice, intercepted by the Bulls, and McTavish puts it right back in. Bouncing in on Rodebush. Stops it for Alvo. Alvo ahead for Municello. He tried to connect with Gallagher, gets past him, and that's an icing on the play, so the faceoff comes back down into the Roanoke zone.
And it's real easy, Jody, to sit here and watch the game and really identify the guys who are standing out offensively. But I tell you what, Matt Clark back there is having a heck of a night defensively for the Bulls. He's been in on 2 or 3 broken up plays and had a key one down here on the right side in the first period, knocking a puck down out of midair with 2 Roanoke players behind him.
Off the draw, Romeo has it. Tried to play it far side or near side for Rhodes, couldn't connect. Loose puck picked up by Alvo, and he'll give it to Municello, who skates to center ice. Gains the Bulls' blue line, takes a shot, blocked by Skyhill. Played into the corner around the near side boards. Birmingham lifts one back into center ice. Valerian will let it go in on Rodebush, who thought about playing it. He stopped it with a stick, wanted to play up, but he saw a couple of white jerseys nearby, so he covers up and will face it off again in the Roanoke zone.
You know, and that's one of those things, Jody, where I see what Rodebush is thinking there, what he's doing with 2 Bulls screaming into the offensive zone like that. He's thinking, if I can pop that out and the D can do a quick button hook and get up in front of both of them, now you've got a 4-on-3 going back just on a quick transition. So smart play, but he ended up doing the right thing, covered it up. We'll get a face-off here.
Face-off to his right. Glover had it, lost it. C.J. Valerian had it and lost it, and the loose puck finally picked up. Slottick goes down. He had an avenue to take it down the ice with, but comes back to Roanoke. They'll try it again. Slottick tips one into the Bull zone. He'll give chase with Clark. Matt catches up with it first. Good move away from Slottick. Sets it up for Matthews. He tried to get it up to Olnick. It gets past Colton, and this will be icing on the Bulls.
And once again, that same thing, Jody. I know that talking about those white jerseys, to me, that pass right there, usually pretty seamless tape-to-tape pass, but I don't know, I'm a firm believer in white and just like Lotz's goalie pads. When you had the black ones changing over to white ones, noticeable difference the next year.
But do you think it favors Birmingham to be wearing all white, or is it disadvantage for Roanoke?
I think it's just a disadvantage both ways depending on what you're doing.
Okay. Face off to the right of Stewart, controlled by Roanoke. Pepe slides it over for Martin, plays one off the backboards to Stanko, who was there. He couldn't get the shot off. Now it's played to Mac Jansen, far board. Stanko causing trouble in front of the net. Puck slid across the crease. Pepe takes the hit, slides it back across for Stanko, far boards. Drops it for Jansen. Gets away from Kozarev. Jansen centers one for Stanko. Shot deflected in front by Widmar. Stewart got a piece of it. Widmar with the puck. Plays it down low for Stanko. Comes right in on Stewart. As he lays his stick down horizontally, makes the save, and holds on and covers it up. Once again, though, Greg, the early going of this period is all Roanoke. That's the way it was last night and the way it is tonight. And this one, we don't have a multi-goal lead. It's a 2-1 Birmingham lead.
Well, one of those things, Jody, where you know every time you play Roanoke, they're going to play a full 60 minutes. So if you're the Bulls, you don't want to get caught up thinking about the success that you've had in 5 periods. You want to get ready for the next 40 minutes.
Off the draw, Kip Ledzianko skates away quickly, drops it back. Drop pass for Brierly. Kip Ledzianko, what a save by Rodebush. Ledzianko had an open net 10 feet away from the left post of Rodebush, and he made the splits and got that glove out on it, Greg. That's a big-time stop.
Unbelievable triangulation by the Bulls forwards, Jody, on that 3-on-1. The far forward took it wide, dropped it back to the top of the triangle, little dish to the side, and Rodebush was not fooled, but talk about an acrobatic save. And that's the difference, Jody. Some goalies can do that, and some guys can't.
Now Roach sends it into the Bull zone. Romeo catches up with it first. He'll slide it around the boards for Apatagan, taken away by Roach. Back behind the net, Municello plays it. Tommy Municello comes around the near face-off circle. Holds on to the puck. Tied up underneath of he and Brierly. It squirts free for Matt O'Day. He sends one behind the Bulls' net. Romeo will catch up with it first for Apatagan, and Birmingham will clear as they chip it ahead to center ice. Slottick gives it for Gallagher. For Municello, who backhands one into the far corner. Line change for Roanoke. Picked up by Romeo. Birmingham will skate away. Tried to hook up for Ballant. Gets past him, and Doney, that is, plays it in front of the Bulls bench. He'll have it again. Valerian ahead for Ford. Tried to get it for Timmy Manning, couldn't do it. Back at center ice, though, Roanoke maintains control. Puck possession all in Roanoke's favor. Offside will be called on Roanoke, but Greg, it's getting difficult for Birmingham to put some passes together.
Wow. One of those things, Jody, where maybe it's time to turn from the Bulls. It's time to get this party going and get a basket full of Vipers out there and get everybody striking, because definitely something that the Bulls have. They just seem like they're just kind of settling in a little bit, and you need to keep striking Roanoke.
Valerian off the draw, sends him right in on Stewart. Pad save, or blocker save that is. Behind the net, Clark and Manning go down. Played by Roanoke into the near corner. Picked up by Clark. Kelly on him. Comes to Andrew Ballant. Lifts one ahead. Tried to connect with Apotegan. He does. He's got Rose in front, but Valerian, a nice defensive play, blocked the pass.
That would have been trouble, Jody. Rose one-on-one in front.
Near side, Skyhill has it. Takes a shot. It got through, but it was wide. Clark keeps it alive for the Bulls. Nice chip pass. Keeps it to, that's Rose. Off the stick of Valerian, by in the corner. Rose curls away from CJ into the face-off circle. Can't get the shot off. Nobody there for Birmingham on the near wall, and they'll clear back into the Bull zone. Now Valerian all over.
See, somebody's
Carson
gotta get down
Rose.
there and take care of that.
Wouldn't let him free. Elbow into the back of the neck, but it gets away. Blanc takes a shot. It deflected just wide of the near post. Back by Roanoke into the Bull zone. Romeo will give chase. No icing. He'll have to play it. Pepe keeps it alive. Nice pass cross ice. Martin with a shot. There's Jansen with a rebound.
Wow.
And I don't know.
No,
The net goes off the mooring.
you're seeing the peg, Jody. That's not the puck. That's the blue peg.
That was tricky. I did not see the red light go on. Now, this may be a case where they may look at it. Last night, they tried to look at a Roanoke goal that was not a goal. It was kicked in and hit in with a hand, but unbelievably, they could not get the iPad to work. Now they're going to look at it. I knew they would. I thought it was a goal.
Nothing to look at there, Jody.
I'm hoping you're right.
Because here's what happened. That puck came across. Yes, there was a big gaping net there for a long time as that puck careened off the back wall, came up here off the left side. Roanoke got the puck. They had it for a second, but Stewart came all the way across a la Rodebush.
Right, it's exactly who it looks like.
And Stewie's pad was down, but what got confusing is as he kicked the net off, those nets have those rubber pegs.
Yep.
That, as that net popped up, the peg came out, the net back down, so you had a quarter of the peg sticking out. That did look like a puck, but the puck stayed in front of Stewart's leg on the good guy's side of the goal line.
What if you're wrong?
Then
You
it's a
feel
goal.
sure about this, though, right?
Yes, sir.
Well, I'll have to defer to you. I did not see it. It looked like a puck was in the net, but of course, yes, the net did get knocked off its moorings. He's looking at it at the scorer's table on the iPad. I hope it's not a situation whereas last night it didn't work and it cost us a goal, and tonight it works and it cost us another one.
On a confidence level, I'd be willing to put $1 on it all day.
I'm going to watch myself. I don't want to jinx anything or anybody, but he's giving it a real good look, Greg. Unless he's trying to make it work and it won't. That's the only other explanation.
Oh, absolutely, he has to. But let's talk about Valerian down here.
Yeah.
Carson Rose came across to 2 or 3 good hits to stay on top of a puck. Hey, that's all part of the game. Comes down here. Rose gives a hit of his own. Valerian, who's not even involved in the play, comes over, puts his elbow on his back as he's getting up. Now,
rides that way all the way to the bench.
right, is it a penalty? No, but that is something not going to get 2 minutes for, but when you got your star player, Carson Rose, and a guy is on him, aggravating him, right? That needs to be addressed.
Call it a goal, Greg.
You're kidding me.
Call it a goal. Pointed to center ice. And Roanoke has tied it up. That's Mac Jansen.
I owe you $1, Jody.
Yeah, you do.
But I want to see the video replay myself. Throw it up on the wall.
Well, this game took a turn in the second period, didn't it?
Absolutely.
For Mac Jansen, that's his 22nd goal of the year. Olnick trying to get an explanation along with Glover. The only explanation they're going to get, though, Greg, is 2-2, boys. Let's play hockey.
Right. And sitting here with a first period that, like you said, kind of just went all Bulls from the early from those 2 quick goals on Rodebush. But make no mistake, Jody, he's closed the door.
Yeah.
And now we're sitting here locked back, nobody ahead at 2-2. And the shots, there's been as many shots in the first 5 minutes for both teams than there was in the first period total.
Now, Stewart's arguing in front of the Bulls bench with the referee, Straley, and head coach Craig Simchuk. But he's already made the call. You're not going back on it.
Well,
he can't go back on the call.
Well, if Roanoke can challenge the goal,
but he's made the call.
Can the Bulls re-challenge it?
No, it's done.
Else look at it?
It's done. We're facing off at center ice 2-2. You make the call, it's over. There's no let's go look at it again, guys. It's just let's play hockey. And that's what we're going to do as the puck is dropped. We have a 2-2 hockey game. Here's the call.
Mac Jensen. The assist, number 91, Brendan Stanko. And number 29, Brendan Pepe. Goal scored at...
That's Jansen from Stanko and Pepe. Back to play. Sinclair can't get it out. Pepe keeps it in. Trying to get it behind the net, and that's their MO. They want to get that puck low, and that hits Stanko. The shot from the point by Pepe, and it comes all the way back down into the Roanoke zone. Off the linesman, right to Pepe. Rose picks the loose puck up. He'll skate it in. Rose takes a shot just wide. Saw by Rodebush all day, but that was a nice shot, just off the mark. Brierly in his own zone, because that puck made all the way back down into the Birmingham zone. Ahead. Intercepted by Roanoke's Roach. Puts it right back in. There to get it is Brierly. Cross-size pass, we'll try it again. Lifted into the air. He had nowhere to go, as Roanoke doing a good job clogging up that neutral zone. Chipped ahead, look out, Rose has elbow on and takes the shot, goes wide once again on Rodebush. That's 2 wide shots off of the stick of Carson Rose. Now O'Day cups in, save made, rebound loose, covered by Stewart. Now he has some pushing and shoving, of course, after the stoppage of play. But Greg, I don't like what I'm seeing right now out of the Birmingham Bulls and the lack of being able to take the puck down. To be honest, that rush by Rose was just a puck that landed on his stick.
Yeah. And Jody, I'm just going to say something here for all the fans. So when it's cold in here, you like your heater on.
Yeah.
And you know how when you get too warm and you get comfortable?
Yeah.
I think we need to cut the heater off because I'm about to burn up here. And ever since I've started feeling hot,
okay,
they've been scoring. So let's cut that off.
All right, it's off. It's off.
Get back to old school. Just let's get her done.
All right, behind the Bulls net, Gallagher fights for it. It comes loose to Municello. Tips it again behind the net. That's where Roanoke has played all night long, is behind the Bulls net. Kept alive once again by Roach. He takes a slash, and that hurt.
That's tough.
And Birmingham's going to go back on the penalty kill. And while there's arguing that's going on, I'm not going to argue that. He nailed it.
Well,
it may have been accidental.
Yes, however, you're still responsible
You're
for
responsible.
your stick.
Yep.
And he was battling for the puck, Jody, but he did slash down on top of the opposing person's stick. So, hey, now we're really got a situation here where Roanoke's coming on the power play for 2 minutes, and the Bulls need to get their mojo back.
They scored goals at 21 seconds of the second period and 5:27 of the second. First goal on the power play. They're on it again. Their second of the night. Kip Ledzianko on the call for slashing. Olnick takes it, sends it the length of the ice. Rodebush stops it, leaves it for Martin. He'll skate away. Let's see if he drops it back. He does. Bryce Martin drops it back. Widmar with it through center ice. Tries to gain the zone. He does. He can't get past Clark. Nice play into the corner. Picked up by the Bulls, and they clear. What a play by Matt Clark.
One-on-one play by Clark. Jody got with it, broke up the initial rush, stayed with pin and contain in the corner, and allowed the Bulls to clear the zone on the PK.
Bryce Martin tries it again, brings it back into the Bull zone, whips one around the boards, far side. Ballant had it taken away by Gallagher. It jumped the stick of Jansen. Martin in their spot keeps it alive. Behind the net, Gallagher was there. Taken away. Brierly has it now, and I know what Taylor's going to do. He'll hold on to the last second and clear all the way down. A minute to go in this power play. Look out, Rose takes it away from Rodebush. In front, it's still loose. What a play by Carson Rose, but he just couldn't get out in front enough to stuff it.
How about that on Rodebush, Jody? Right between his feet.
Schlottick going into the bull zone in the corner. Brierly on him. Gallagher comes in and tips it away, and I believe that one's going to be a hand pass, so we're going to come out to neutralize. Hand pass on Roanoke. And we at least, with 42 seconds remaining in this power play, 11:33 in the second period, we'll have a chance to take it and clear it again.
So you can see, according to that last play, Jody, that whatever had Rodebush shook in the first period early, obviously the mojo is back in his favor because that shot by Rose almost found its way home and just sat there defenseless.
If one more player of Birmingham had been there, you can just poke that into the net easily. All right, back to action. Municello with it. Cuts in front of his own net. McTavish on him. Municello drops it back forward ahead to Alvo. He'll bring it into the bull zone. Alvo back to, that was Kelly. Gave it right back to Alvo, and the Bulls intercept and clear it. We're down to 10 seconds of power play time remaining for Roanoke. Jacob Kelly gets away from one man, now through center ice. 3 men back defensively for the Bulls. Kelly with it. Still holding on, back to Alvo. Birmingham back at full strength. There's a deflection in front by Schlottick, just goes wide. Birmingham still, we're at full strength, but we got to get possession of the puck. Alvo plays it for Schlottick. Kelly had it, lost it. Look out, we can go 2-on-1, 3-on-1 if we try. Draws it back. Kozarev takes a shot. Save made by Rodebush. And to be honest, great save, but that was an easy one for him.
Yeah, it was, Jody.
Right into the midsection.
Rodebush, he lined that one up right from the initial pass to the high slot. Back to Kozarev, and he came out. He was out on the top of his angle, and you were not going to beat Austin Rodebush with clear vision up high very often. So, nonetheless, I like the footwork of the Bulls there, getting across, turning that 2-on-1 into a 3-on-2, dropping it to the high guy and getting that shot on goal. Just mix up that shot selection a little bit.
Looks like Kozarev, Glover, and Olnick out for the Bulls with Matthews and Clark. Matthews has it. Sends one in, stick save, looking for a rebound, cleared by Widmar with Glover just standing in front. All the way back, Matthews chases in his own zone. Couldn't connect, knocked away by Doney past Glover, but Glover gets possession, loses it, and Roanoke will reset. Through center ice. Jansen has it. Into the Bull zone, plays it down low. Look out, Widmar, backhander save, rebound, score. C.J. Valerian gets the rebound, and Roanoke takes a 3-2 lead.
Well, in this situation, Jody, this is just I don't even know, but the Bulls have to pick up these guys coming in on their off wings and the late guys entering the zone, picking them up one-on-one. It's kind of like you call it puck watching. You know what I mean? You're standing there, your feet aren't moving, but you're identifying what's going on. You're just not moving towards the puck.
For Valerian, that's only his second goal of the year, and it was really an easy shot. The rebound was lying flat or fat right there and 5 foot away from an empty net. He just buried it. Now there's a conference going on between the ref and the linesman about what, I would have no clue. Ford and Romeo go over to find out what's going on. Did the linesman maybe see some goalie interference? That's the only thing I can come up with. There was a crowd in front.
Not sure about that one, Jody, but
it's got to be goalie interference. At least is what they're discussing. Whether it's called or not, who knows?
What I do know is at the start of the second period, I was sitting here thinking, I wonder what Roanoke's going to do to try and turn the tables here and generate some energy. And I was thinking, is this Roach going to step up, maybe grab somebody, start get some energy going that way or things like that. And now I flip back the other way. I'm like, okay, who's got the spark for the Bulls?
Yeah.
Because you're looking for something right now, a little bit lethargic. But nonetheless,
they're still discussing this. I don't know if they'll look at it or maybe make the call, but the linesman talking with Straley, who's now talking with their captain, Nick Ford of Roanoke, I don't think he could be discussing of anything else other than a possible goalie interference.
well, they've got it up on the board. It's 3-2, Jody.
Yeah, but he never went to the scores table
And announced it
to make the call.
So you think
The linesman cut him off before he got there, and that's where they are right now. They came out outside the half circle the referees used to discuss it with Ford and Romeo.
Well,
This will be interesting.
That would be because the way that went down, Jody, with the first guy driving to the net and taking the shot, Stewart went down, made the save, and he did end up in the crease.
And if he impedes Stewie's progress, that's a no-goal.
To make that second save, he would be correct. So,
But here's what I have to say. I have no issues with the way Straley's called this game tonight.
oh,
But, you know, you've made your mind up. They're going to skate over to the Roanoke bench. It looks like the linesman is. Now the referee, Straley, will go to the Bulls bench. I have no idea what this could be about other than goalie interference, but just make the call if it is.
well, could be.
Wouldn't you go to the video replay if it was?
You would think. Well, you would think they could go to the video replay unless somebody was 100% sure that, no, there was goalie interference.
Now the referee, Straley, comes over to Dan Bremner, head coach of Roanoke. Looks like Bremner's trying to plead a case, Greg.
Well, might be trying to plead a case, Jody, or he might be reminding everybody that at 9:58 we got to take the 5-minute media timeout.
I've seen a head shake like that when you're talking before. I have an ex-wife who used to do that to me. I'll promise you Bremner's not happy right now. Now, it may be 3-2 when it's all said and done. I don't know.
Oh, definitely.
But I know Bremner's not happy.
No, definitely animated down there, Jody. Asking a lot of questions.
It's getting worse.
Yep. He better be careful because that started off as just a nice little conversation. Now it looks to be getting
This is
little
really
heated.
fun to watch. It is heated. Now he's using his hands to talk. Straley's listening. But I believe Straley has made his mind up. He didn't
just like
spend
he
a lot
did
of time on the Bulls bench. He went, said something to Coach Kerr and Simchuk and came over here. Now Bremner is pleading his case, and I just don't know where this is going to go.
Just like the first time, Jody, I was very sure that it was not a goal. And on the second
Yeah.
one, I was pretty sure it was a goal.
Yeah.
But you know what? Tit for tat, so
I've never
They got
seen a
one-
delay this long
No.
for a goalie interference call, though, Greg.
all right.
Just, you got to make the call or play hockey. I mean, we've been sitting here over 5 minutes.
And it's one of those things, Jody, where if his mind is made up, you just come, you let him know, and then
And you go
get on
back.
with the
Yep.
game. Because
100% agree.
Yep. Same thing like when you're dealing with employee terminations and separations.
There's been such a long delay. The goalies are stretching. Players are on the ice stretching their legs like it's pregame skate. Come on, let's go. We've had enough argument. Okay, I'm going to stop.
Yep. Hey, let me finish the...
You take over.
So, back to the jersey colors, right? When I said two problems both ways. One, problem for Austin Rodebush down there, okay? White gloves, white, even that first goal on Olnick coming down. As a goaltender, you look for little things. I look for the breaking of the wrist. A lot harder to see wrist breaking and then following through on the puck when somebody's wearing white gloves. On the Bulls side of things, okay, harder to pick up guys as they're moving. Personally, I look at helmet color, where am I putting the puck, how far am I leading them, that kind of stuff. And here we are.
We're
white
still
helmets.
arguing out here, Greg. They will not start the game. Now he's arguing with the linesman, both of them.
So I'm sure the coach is telling them, Jody,
That finally skate away after 7 minutes, 8 minutes of delay. Now Bremner is barking at the Bulls bench as if they had something to do with it.
well,
And it looks like we're lining up to drop the puck at center ice. So what was that all about if it wasn't goalie interference?
I have no idea.
What in the world is happening here? Bremner is really having it out with Simchuk. I have no idea what the argument could have been about initially, but this is ridiculous.
Jody, I got $1 on Simchuk down there.
Easily.
I'll take that one.
They give the goal to him after all that, but what in the heck could have been Bremner's problem?
Look at him. They're still yapping.
Now a big hit in front of the Roanoke bench by Scahill, who
Here we
takes
go.
one from
Now
Bryce.
we're talking.
Now here we go. Both teams have had enough of each other. Now Nick Ford gets involved with someone in front of the Bulls bench. I believe that's Rose of all people. Come on.
That's
now,
it.
Now that's Ford barking at the Bulls bench, pointing someone out. I want an explanation as to why we stopped playing hockey for 7 minutes. Dan Bremner loses his mind, argues with Craig Simchuk, and the linesman and the referee skate away as if nothing has happened.
So we always talk about a great hockey game, you never notice who, Jody?
The officials.
Absolutely. And we talk about the officials' ability to control a game and the officials' ability to throw gasoline on a game. This may be the latter.
I don't know what to say, Greg.
Because that was a long delay. I mean,
that was over 7 minutes. And we saw Straley, the referee, arguing with Dan Bremner so much that Bremner was absolutely shaking, yelling and screaming. No penalty was called. It was not called goalie interference. It's still 3-2. It's like, let's just argue for the fun of it is my point. There was no point in an argument if you're not going to change a call.
absolutely. And even just as a courtesy to everybody here in the building, Jody, at least, you know, they could have told Pat something to just announce to the people so they would understand what's going on. I mean, I could have went down, got some Chuck-a-Pucks, got a few,
goodness gracious,
you know, jersey off his back tickets, maybe bought a fan experience package for the next Bulls coming up home game. You know, I could have done all that in that 7 minutes. And grab a soda.
You gotta try and control me at this point, because now I've had it. We're losing 3-2, and an unexplainable situation has caused the game to come to a halt. Birmingham with the puck. Slides it over for Ballant, takes a shot easily gloved by Rodebush, who holds on. Now Ballant, Pepe having words. I didn't like Nick Ford going after Carson Rose, shoving him into the Bulls bench.
No, absolutely not. And if you don't think that's going to bleed over into the next few shifts here with 9:42 left in the second period, Jody, I think you'd be mistaken.
Face off to the left of Austin Rodebush. Phil Edzianko and Nick Ford on the draw. Bryce Martin picks the puck up, banks one off the boards for Timmy Manning. He loses it. He was hit on the play by Scahill. Birmingham picks the puck up in their own zone. Chips a pass ahead for Carson Rhodes. Gets around Timmy Manning, slides it over. Nobody there but Pepe, and he'll clear into center ice. No, it's kept alive for the moment. Now cleared into center ice. Birmingham has it. Romeo ahead for Rose. Chips one right in on Rodebush, who'll play it himself far side for Schlottig. Takes a big hit from Clark. Come on! He called that a penalty when Schlottig turned his back to a check that he saw Clark coming, which is why he turned his back.
Nonetheless,
gosh,
the Bulls, is this the third one of the period, Jody?
Yes.
Matt Clark, 2 minutes for cross-checking.
Oh, come on.
Wow.
Okay, all right. I'm just, you know what? My daughter warned me about getting too upset. She's right. I'm going to call the hockey game.
There we go. Let's hit the reset button, Jody. Let's clear the mechanism. You ever see For the Love of the Game?
Yes.
Okay. Clear the mechanism. Take a deep breath. And let's channel that positive energy down here to the ice.
You know how angry that makes me?
I do.
Back on the power play. Off the draw, controlled by Brierly. Has it taken away by Gallagher. Back at the point, Jansen has it. Slides it over to Martin, return to Mac Jansen. Down low, Gallagher. To Jansen. Now Martin slides it over. Far side, that's Ford. In front, intercepted nicely by Olnick because Jansen had an open net if that pass connects, Greg.
He did. Great defensive play there by Olnick, getting his stick in that passing lane, knocked it down, cleared it out, give the Bulls a chance to get some fresh legs on the ice and regroup.
Jansen with the puck, crosses that center ice stripe. He'll bring it in and fire it around the boards, far side where Stanko is there. Jansen tried to get back at the point. Martin hustles on over to keep it alive for Mac Jansen down low for Gallagher. Centering pass back at the point. Martin fakes the slap shot, gives it over to Ford. Nobody in front of the net. There's a shot taken by Gallagher. Easy save by Stewart. Jansen has the rebound. Return to Carson Gallagher. We're down to a minute left of power play time. Martin has it. Drops it back for Gallagher. Avoids the hit by McTavish. Gives it to Ford. He lifts a high one over the net. A soft one at that, but it comes to Jansen. That may have been a pass. Gallagher in front for Stanko, who was there back door. It gets past him, and the Bulls clear the zone. Offside is called on Roanoke as they bring it back in. But Roanoke with a great job of possession on the power play in the Bulls zone. Now Alvo getting into a discussion with Matthews. I'd like to see that.
I don't think you'll see it, though. Where Alvo is a good physical player, Jody, I don't think he would want to bite off that one. However, I will say I do like how the Bulls are being aggressive here on the kill and pressuring those guys up top.
That's a nice play by Olnick. That was a goal. That was a sheer goal. Now, forechecking on the penalty kill, we almost had a turnover down there as Ballant was back behind the net, but skating away is Alvo. Slowly brings it in. He drops it for Kelly, and it gets back out of the zone. Kelly, pressured by Ballant, gets away from him. He'll send one into the far corner. Chasing is Schlottick. Takes it behind the Bulls' net. Back for Kelly. Top of the face-off circle, down low to Schlottick. And the slot for O'Day. Cross-ice pass, Alvo pad save made by Stewart. O'Day with the puck. Back behind the Bulls' net. Birmingham back at full and even strength. Clark back on the ice. There's a shot, save made and covered by Stewart with Schlottick right on top of him. Romeo shoves him out of the way, and that's a huge penalty kill for the Birmingham Bulls, Greg.
Well, and you can see the intensity picking up in Hayden Stewart, Jody, because that one bobbled out of his chest a little bit, and he came down and slammed that rebound, covering it up to the ground. He was like, not this time, gentlemen.
I can't get over how much of an effort Roanoke has made, and successfully, and digging or cycling that puck down low and going in after it and just finding ways to get the puck out front. I mean, they are going in to the zone with one thing in mind: get it deep and get control. Stanko has it. Glover ties him up behind the Bulls net. It comes free for Timmy Manning. Manning tried to get it in front. Now it's taken away. There's a backhander by Stanko as he walked right out in front of Stewart. Save made. Now Stanko again with a bad angle shot. Save made by Stewart. Puck bounces in the air, and Birmingham finally can clear and get away. Glover tips it in. Kipledzianko going in after it. Chips it behind the net. Still loose. Picked up by Kozarev. He'll far side it. Near side, Brierly has it. For Kipledzianko, his shot deflected wide. Matthews keeps it alive. Kozarev doing a good job forechecking, but it gets past him, and Timmy Manning skates away for Roanoke. He can't get past Brierly, and it's taken away by Ledzianko. Nice pass ahead for McTavish. Puts the brakes on. Behind the net, it slides. Christie is there. He's hit by Ford. Loose puck picked up by Roanoke with 5 minutes, 50 seconds to go. They'll skate away. Second period. Jacob Kelly with it. He sends it into the Bulls zone. They'll call it dead. I guess they're going to rule offside, although I didn't think it was.
Unless there was, as the play was over there, Jody, the two Roanoke guys, they were onside. I think it was one guy over here going to the bench just a little slow on his line change. So good look there by the ref to catch that one all the way across the rink.
3 power plays tonight for Roanoke, none for Birmingham. I'm not complaining. I don't think Roanoke's committed a penalty. But I'm still upset over that 7-minute delay for nothing. Big hit down, goes in front of the Roanoke bench. No call. Scahill was sent flying into the Roanoke bench. Played behind Rodebush. Birmingham forechecking, 2 of them in deep. Puck squirts free, his stick was held. He couldn't get to the puck, and it comes 2-4. That was McTavish's stick that was held. Kept alive by the Bulls, good play. That's Christie, slides it over in front. Deflected by McTavish just past Rodebush, who got an arm on it. Now down behind the net, here we go. First power play of the night as taken down in a hard cross check. On the play, finally, that's Billy Roach that's going to go to the box as he cross-checks. I believe that's Carson Rose or Glover. I can't tell. Drake Glover, who'll skate over to the Bulls bench. And finally, Birmingham gets a power play. And we'll see how that goes.
And interestingly enough, Roach doesn't seem to think that that was a penalty. So
he gets the cross-checking call with 5:06 remaining here in the second period. Birmingham trailing 3-2 after leading 2-0 at the end of one.
And what draws that penalty, Jody, is a hard work down low by the Bulls.
On the far wall, puck comes free, and it'll be cleared by Roanoke. They have possession. Mac Jansen turns and spins it to center ice. Stanko passes it back. Bryce Martin back for Stanko. Finally, Birmingham gets possession. That's Taylor Brierly. Brierly will skate ahead. He's going to be pressured by Jansen. He had no choice but to send that back to Rose. He gets away from Stanko, brings it into the Roanoke zone. Martin on him. Rose goes down as he puts the brakes on and cleared by Martin down the ice. Stewart well out of his net, plays it for Brierly. Penalty kill unit changed by Roanoke. Brierly had it taken away from him by Municello, who backhands one down. Down to 1:10 to go on this power play. Birmingham has had 0 offensive zone power play time, Greg.
Well, Roanoke's doing a good job, Jody. You see they're set up. They got 1 guy high, 3 guys back across their blue line, not giving the Bulls much opportunity whatsoever.
Kip Ledzianko, a pass to his brother on the far walls, Phil. He tips it to Olnick, back at the point for Roanoke. Has Kip Ledzianko. Ledzianko centers it back to Romeo. Down low's played, a shot by Olnick, save made by Rodebush. It comes to Kelly, who gives it to Municello, who easily clears it down the ice. 30 seconds left on the Bulls power play.
Couple opportunities to tee it up there, Jody, and they ended up going back across for a little inside dump and did not fool Rodebush a bit.
Phil Ledzianko has it. Puts the brakes on in the corner. Up front for Romeo. Cross-ice pass connects. Romeo has it again. We're down to 15 seconds of power play time. Come on, guys. We got to get some shots off. Down low. Centers a pass for Olnick off his stick and easily cleared by Jansen, and that'll do it for the power play. Not much to do there, Greg.
Well, that's another thing you see, Jody. They call that the bumper play, where you try and hit the guy in the middle of the ice, and you know what, at the NHL level maybe, but gotta just get guys in front of the net and put the pucks on hard.
It is that simple at times. Behind the net, Rodebush stops it. Apatagan going in, so he sends it far side. Christie intercepts, slides one in front. No one there but Alvo. He'll play it against the near wall, and they'll lift one high into the ceiling, basically. It's out of play, so a face-off will come up to the left of Austin Rodebush with 2:41 remaining here in the second period. Birmingham trailing the Roanoke Yard Dogs 3-2.
Yeah, and especially in a situation, Jody, when you're down a goal and you get your first power play, you know what I mean? Roanoke with now out shooting the Bulls 19-15. I believe in the first period at one point it was about 6 or 7-2 for the Bulls.
Yep.
So definitely been a shift in energy here, to say the least. And you know, the best way to change energy, there's 2 ways. One of them is dropping the gloves, and the other way is getting shots on net and creating that energy in front for those one-on-one puck battles. So, Bulls will send it out telepathically here.
Let me ask you a question.
Get them going.
On that power play,
Yep.
we saw a beautiful shot by Kyler Matthews, 5-on-5, that Glover tipped in earlier tonight in the first. Why were we not shooting the puck low from the blue line when we had possession?
I don't know. Sometimes maybe it's like football, where different plays or different setups are called based on what's seen. I mean, there's a whole bunch of different options, but you also have to be able to read and react to what the defense is doing. And, you know, for Roanoke, they just stood there basically and watched the Bulls pass it around and kept them right where they wanted almost.
McTavish and Stanko on the draw in the Roanoke zone, comes free. Picked up by Pepe, who'll slide it to Martin behind his own net. He sends it ahead off the stick of Stanko. Birmingham's Apatagan avoids the check, but he couldn't get the puck in deep as it flies out of play. And with 2:28, we'll try it again.
And that's one thing. But do you see how, like, Roanoke's defense, they do not back up.
No, they come after
stand
you.
3 feet in front of that blue, or on their side of the blue line, and as soon as you enter the zone, they come straight at you, looking to put you into the wall. So what you have to do in that situation is they clog up that zone. You have to chip it deep and then send guys from other lanes to cut back in and set up the play down low.
I understand, Greg, but we're not a dump and chase type team. I don't think we had the personnel to do that for a long amount of time. As Matthews' shot comes off the boards right out in front, but Municello takes it and skates it away. Into the far corner, Matthews and Gallagher going in after it. Gallagher has it, gives it to O'Day behind the net. Matthews takes it away from him, but we can't get it out. It comes to Pepe. He loses the puck. McTavish has it, but Martin's going to have to get there first. McTavish finds a way to tie it up along the boards in the Roanoke zone. It squirts free, and it's taken there by Municello, and he'll send it out. Under 2 minutes to go as it's touched up for icing. I understand what you're saying. You can't carry a puck in when 3 or 4 guys are waiting for you. You have to dump it in.
Right.
But that's frustrating to me because I know it's not, unless Roanoke makes a mistake, when they get possession of the puck, it's kind of hard to get a scoring chance.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. You're going to keep doing the same thing and having Roanoke take the puck away there, push it back into the neutral zone, then you got to do it all over again, or use your speed, north and south hockey.
Yeah. Off the draw, Roanoke clears. This is going to be another icing. As it's gone back and touched up by Scahill. 1:46 remaining, second period of play. Bulls trailing 3-2.
And I disagree with the comment because I think that the Bulls do have what it takes to play that style of hockey because we've seen it 8 of the 9 last games. And when they do it, they're incredibly hard to beat.
I'm not going to disagree. I think it's just my frustration of the night so far, to be honest with you. Back at the point, Scahill slides it across for Brierly. Had no choice but just to send it in deep.
That's interference.
Now player goes down, no call on the play. Roanoke skates away. Bryce Martin has it. Into the Bull zone. Martin has it, holds on. Sends one far side, picked up by Municello. Brierly on him. Played behind the net, Municello. Kicks it to himself. Picked up by Ford. In front, Jansen, a save made by Stewart as he saves the day for the moment. Hayden Stewart having a talk with Mac Jansen after that stop. What a save by Hayden Stewart, Greg.
Well, that's what the Bulls needed right there, Jody. You talked about how many big saves Stewart made in the second and third period last night.
They're still talking.
Game-winning saves. Well, you know what?
What are they? You've been down there. What's going on?
I think it's one of those ones where Jansen's always that, he's like flies on honey down there around the net, and he's just always there, and it gets on your nerves as a goalie. You want to talk to somebody else every once in a while.
Off the draw, is still loose in the Bull zone. Played by Jansen to Doney, who sends one well into the netting out of play. Under a minute to go now in the second period. Face-off will come up in the Bull zone once again.
And be interesting enough to see if the Hockey TV and Flow Sports guys can hear me. I'd like to see that last one on Rodebush.
What are you telling me, the last one?
Where he came out and pushed our guy with the blocker trying to go around the net.
Kozarev drops it for Olnick. He couldn't control it, so he taps it behind the net. Picked up by Doney. He'll slide it to his defensive partner, and back comes Roanoke through center ice. Nick Ford is going to catch up with it first. Cuts it in front of Stewart. Big stick save. Puck behind the net. Manning and Romeo go in, and it finally comes free. C.J. Valerian keeps it alive. Olnick takes the hit. Picked up by the Bulls. Banks went off the boards for Kozarev. He loses it, but the puck stays in for Jansen. Jansen takes the shot behind the net. Shove from behind on Clark by Jansen. Romeo will pick the puck up, and with 10 seconds left, he'll just get the pressure off and send it in deep. Alvo will pick it up. We're under 5 seconds to go. Kelly will take it, and that'll end it for the second period of play. It was all Roanoke, Greg. Roanoke came into that second period down 2 goals. They go into the locker room after 2, up by 1.
And I'm almost disappointed, Jody, that the second period ended right there, because I think Hayden Stewart was starting to provide that spark that the Bulls have been looking for in the period. 2 really big saves right there in the last 2 minutes to keep this one just a 1-goal deficit. But I tell you what, Colton Olnick down there behind the net on the goal line, standing on the boards, they dumped the puck around. I don't think he saw the puck coming, and it stopped at his feet, and he got absolutely crushed by a very good hit, and you could just feel the vibrations just go right through, and it's almost one of those ones where you could just see him very tenderly getting back to the bench. Those kind of hits take their toll, Jody. Best way to avoid that, you got to get your feet moving.
All right, at the end of 2 periods of play, Birmingham and Roanoke leading by a score of 3-2. Roanoke can clinch a playoff spot tonight with either a win or a regulation loss to Macon, and after talking with their announcer, that's what everybody was thinking about coming into this one. But we still have 20 minutes of hockey to go. And with that said, we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll finish up the interview I have with head coach Craig Simchuk, Jody Chernesky, along with Greg Dreveny. Score at the end of 2 periods of play: Roanoke 3, Birmingham 2.
If you saw the shot attempts from Roanoke, there's a little strategic planning behind it. Roanoke likes to throw a lot of pucks to the net, especially from the point. So they have traffic and bodies. Almost like Rodebush, Stewie's a bigger body. He challenges more, and he's more of a blocker. His equipment's bigger. Lotzie excels on the side-to-side movements, getting across quicker. So if we're playing a team that's throwing a lot of pucks and we need to fight through traffic, I think Stewie is a good matchup for that.
Let's talk a little bit about Andrew Blunt. 3 games, 3 goals. I think everybody that knew what he has been in the past expected this. We knew that he was a good hockey player. What's your thoughts thus far on his first 3 or 4 games?
I mean, you can tell that he's played at a higher level. He does a lot of the little things, and poise with the puck, knows when to make a play and when to just play it safe. He's the addition that we've been looking for, and I want to say a replacement for Mike Gillespie, but he kind of has been on that right side. And obviously we paired him up with Carson Rose, 2 guys that have high skill and high speed, and they actually played together in Indy in the East Coast last year together, so there's some familiarity there. But pleasantly surprised with him. Very pleased with his work ethic, his commitment, and leadership skills. He's not a loud kid. He's not overly vocal in the room, but doing the right things day in and day out. I think guys notice that very quickly.
Let's talk a little bit about our defense. Brierley is Brierley. He's going to show up every night. I've always said, at least this year, he's the best defenseman in the league to me. Other than Taylor, tell me what you thought of our defensive effort last night.
I thought it was pretty good at times, and I mean, yeah, there's going to be breakdowns, and I mean they had breakdowns too, but as a whole, I thought it was fairly good. I don't think we gave too many opportunities or odd man rushes, or I don't think they generated too much off of the attack or the rush. I think what Roanoke got, we gave them. And we showed in video this morning, a lot of Roanoke's chances and pucks to the net and second, third opportunities were generated when we actually had possession of the puck and we just couldn't get it out. And those are the plays that we're addressing, and we want to make sure that we fine-tune, because down the stretch and in playoffs, one mistake of not getting a puck out or missed coverage, the puck's going to end up in your net. So continuing just bearing down, laser focus on the little things. We don't always need to make a sexy tape-to-tape pass, breakout, or a stretch pass. Sometimes the old chip off the glass and skate into it is more effective. But as a whole, I thought we were pretty solid.
Last night, I saw a lot of mistakes on Roanoke's part, especially in the second period, that resulted in pucks in the net for us. One play in particular that I can't get off my mind is Mac Jansen, who's a very good hockey player, basically just handing the puck to Andrew Ballant, who just came in and made a fool of Roy and backhanded it past him. Those are the mistakes that we had 2 or 3 of them handed to us last night. Do the guys know that that probably isn't going to happen 2 nights in a row, that they're going to have to bear down? They're not going to be given the puck like that in the offensive zone anymore?
Yeah, no, absolutely. And those are some of the mistakes that happen once in a blue moon from veteran players like Mac Jansen. And I'm sure he'll probably try to make up for it today. We expect them to clean some areas up, as are we. But once again, it's managing pucks. I also am a believer, if you're in the right spot, good things happen. And if you're doing the right things, you generate luck. So maybe if you block a shot, maybe you are, and you do get that lucky bounce that hits your stick and you pick it off. So it's the yin and the yang, but I expect Roanoke to clean up those mistakes.
We talked a little bit about the third period and being nervous. I tend to believe that the third period helps us just as much as it did Roanoke, because now the guys at least mentally know this game's not over until the final horn goes. So that's 60 minutes of hockey we got to play. It felt like in the third period, all we were trying to do was just keep the puck out of our zone and not generate anything. And when, like you said earlier, when you get a team down, especially like Roanoke, you got to put your foot on the throat and seal the deal right then. After the game, I noticed, I thought we played great, as I said, for 2.5 periods. But the guys that come to the ice every game and encircle the logo and wave to the crowd, they didn't look happy. They looked almost disappointed for the win. Why is that?
Because I think it was felt on the bench, and you can feel the momentum shift in that third period. We talk about coming out hard and closing games out, and these are games. In playoffs, you're not going to. It's rare to get a 4-goal lead at home. To close a game out, we got to learn now, and we have to learn from our mistakes. We come out. We won 2 face-offs in the third period yesterday. We were 15% in the third period. That's not winning characteristics. We take a penalty in the first minute of the third because we don't get a puck out. Those aren't winning characteristics. So these are all, everything is on us. And that's the beauty of everything, is that we can correct this. Hopefully we can correct this. We've addressed it, and now we can move on. But no, we definitely need to learn how, like he said, Kevin used the word a double negative. We don't want to sit back. That's 2 negatives. We're trying to approach it as we want to be on the attack, as a positive going forward. And I think with some of our guys, at times, winning is tough, and they don't necessarily know how to win. They're playing not to lose. And if we can change that mindset, I think you'll see even greater results, or closing out games much more efficiently.
Okay, thanks a lot, Coach. All right, Jody Chernesky here with head coach Craig Simchuk. Stay tuned. Third period action coming up right after this.
tonight around the SPHL. 3 games going on tonight. The first one, Macon, who currently sits in 9th place, is facing off against Knoxville. And tonight, Knoxville 3, Macon 1, and that's a final. So, Knoxville, who is currently sitting in 7th place with 2 points tonight, will now move them to 48. And those 48 points, you have Evansville. That's a tie for 6th place for Knoxville. And they both sit 1 point behind the Birmingham Bulls, or tonight, the Cahaba Valley Vipers. And the Vipers are facing off against Roanoke here in Pelham. And after 2 periods, Roanoke has battled back after the Bulls had a 2-0 lead going into the second period. Roanoke answered with a little more step in their skates and the help of a few power plays, and they have rallied back and are up 3-2 over the Bulls going into the third period. The other game showcases Peoria and Quad City. And right now, a little over 19 minutes left in the third period. Quad City up 3-1 over Peoria. So, interestingly enough, Peoria has already secured their playoff spot and are sitting at number 2 with 2 games at hand, however, in a first place tie with the Huntsville Havoc. And Quad City, let's see if they can hold on to this win tonight. Quad City will move up to 44 points, which will still hold them in that 8th and final place spot. However, 2 points for Quad City tonight will give them a 3-point advantage over the Macon Mayhem, who currently sit in 9th at 41 points, with Pensacola hanging on to the last spot in 10th place with 37 points. Bulls fans, looking to upgrade your space with furniture that turns heads? Tired of the same old cookie cutter designs? We've got what you need at Flipsy's Furniture. We bring you designer furniture at wholesale prices. Every piece is diligently crafted with your comfort and style in mind. No compromises, no exceptions. From modern masterpieces to timeless classics, we source from the world's most exceptional furniture makers to bring you one-of-a-kind pieces that truly stand out. Because why blend in when you are meant to shine? Locally owned and quality assessed with innovative style, Flipsy's Furniture. Designer furniture at wholesale prices. Stop by today and elevate your space. Flipsy's Furniture, the official furniture partner of the Birmingham Bulls.
Thank you, Greg. While you were gone to grab us a drink at the end of that second period, a little
Birdie?
heated discussion in which the linesman and the referee had to get in between Kevin Kerr, the Birmingham Bulls, and Dan Bremner, head coach of Roanoke, here at the entrance to the Roanoke bench. And it went on for a few minutes. Kerr came back after he walked away, a few more minutes, and finally they got him to go off. All three officials escorted Kerr to the Zamboni entrance and off the ice. Then went back underneath the tunnel, of course, to an echo of boos from the Bulls crowd. We did find out what happened. Quickly tell us what all that stoppage was about.
So what that stoppage was about was obviously something that happened on the ice. Not, definitely something that happens all the time. But number 8, Joe Widmer, was tossed out of the game and received an sportsmanlike conduct for obscene language, which is a 10-minute, that doesn't give a 2-minute penalty, but that game misconduct did send him to the locker room.
Right.
So, that being said, okay, but I'm still with what you were saying, Jody, is if the obscene language is enough that somebody's got to leave the game, once you make the call at the timekeeper's bench, he's done. You tell everybody, away you go.
All right, I'll try not to harp on that a minute. We did see who he's called, and, well, back to action. Roanoke's Gallagher in his own zone at the blue line, chips it out. Birmingham's Briley takes it. Far side for Romeo. Going in after it now, Sinclair. He'll catch up with it first behind the net. Tipped away from him by Valerian. Comes free along the near side. Gallagher pokes it back, trying to hook up with Valerian. He does, and he'll send it far side for Doney. Doney returns it for C.J. Valerian, and here comes Matt O'Day through center ice. He's stopped on the play by Patagon. Birmingham has it. Glover through center ice. Can't get it past Alvo. A little soft on the entrance pass. Romeo fires it right back in. Glover has to vacate the zone, but Roanoke clears anyway. Tipped ahead by Ford into the Bull zone. Clark goes back to pick it up, takes a hit and an elbow at that from Schlottick. Now a save made off the stick of Ford as that puck bounced off the board right to him in that face-off circle. Roanoke has the puck down low. Matthews tries to tie Schlottick up. He does. Tries to poke the puck free. Finally is picked up by the Bulls out in front. What a, wow. That pass was a clearing attempt by the Bulls, and what happened is he sent it right out in front of Hayden Stewart onto the stick of Jacob Kelly, who had no problem scoring that goal. I don't want to say anything.
Well, that's one, Jody, as a Bulls defender, definitely one that you would like to have back.
Oh.
And Cahill, definitely, he's not going to make that mistake being given a gift like that. But the Bulls have got to come out here and do something right now in this shift to get this thing going back.
Back in the Bull zone, puck is played, knocked down by Birmingham, now trailing by 2. There's a chip ahead through center ice. Rose chased by Alvo. He'll catch up with the puck first. Alvo gets it away and can't get it out. Birmingham will keep it in. They're going to have to take some offensive chances now. Briley plays one off the boards, but didn't cooperate. It bounced far side, and it gets out of the zone as Skyhill goes back to get it now.
And I said Cahill, I meant Jacob Kelly, number 90, on the goal.
Kelly's 98, I believe, but yes, you're right. It was Jacob Kelly.
98.
Skating away, Bryce Martin slides it into the Bulls zone. Loose along the far boards, played by Birmingham, and Again, Greg, they're just chipping it out instead of trying to get something going. Puck comes into the Bulls bench, and to say that Roanoke's taking control of this game is an understatement at this point.
Well, it's one of those, I mean, it's pretty much been summed up, you know, the first start of this period, kind of like by the first play with Glover coming in and looking for that dump. It's the right play, but it just was
Too
half
soft.
executed and ended up turning into a transition turnover, and Roanoke came down the other way.
Face off just outside the Bulls' blue line, comes free for Valerian. He'll give it to Doney, who puts it in. That one hit the netting, so therefore we'll have a face-off again in the Bulls' zone.
And one of those things, Jody, where Roanoke coming in, they need a point. They need a point to secure their playoff spot, correct?
Well, no, not anymore. Macon lost to Knoxville, so they've secured their playoff spot. They're the third team in the league
Okay.
to clinch a playoff spot. They needed either a Roanoke regulation loss, which they got, or a win here tonight. They scored 4 unanswered goals after a great first period by Birmingham. Valerian has it, takes a shot, loose in front. Municello is there, he scores. They're going to wave that off. Municello put the rebound in, but the referee said no, he waved it off. I'd be honest with you, I don't know why. Unless he ruled a player was in the crease impeding Hayden Stewart, Matt O'Day.
What do you think, Jody? Do you think in a situation like this where you're coming into the weekend, it's Thursday night, you're getting ready Friday, and you know you got Roanoke coming in, one of the top 3 teams in the league, and is your goal coming into the weekend, you know what, we want to be 500, and so what that equates into is you want to get 2 points out of 4 this weekend in some form or fashion, right?
I hope that wasn't the mindset, though, Greg.
I'm just saying that, you know, and granted I wasn't here last night, but from what I've heard and what, you know, all the hubbub about, you know, Roanoke came out in the first for a couple minutes and were, you know, all over the place, you know, looking like all-stars, and then the Bulls battled back and answered the bell, right? Came back, scored X number of unanswered goals, did their thing, and then, you know, that resting on the laurels where, hey, we've arrived, you know, we're going to roll through this weekend. You see what I mean?
It started in the third period of last night's game. I mean, you could tell, you know, there's a phrase in football. When you got a big lead, you put a prevent defense on the field. And prevent defenses sometimes prevent you from winning. And that almost happened last night. 5 more minutes in that hockey game, Greg, and it would have. That seems to, but, you know, we came out in the first period playing hockey. It fell apart in the second, and now it looks like all the life's been taken out of the Birmingham Bulls, and they got to find it.
And that's, you know, so Drake Glover, was he in the lineup last night?
Yes.
Okay.
Made his first game back off the IR last night. Admittedly, he's got to get his skates back underneath him, his skating legs, that
been out
is.
for a while, so I understand that.
No goal is called.
Okay.
They'll explain it to Nick Ford. I really don't. I hope we don't have another 7-minute delay of explaining, but I won't get into that again.
Well, we'll take that, Jody, because there's a big difference in battling back from 2 and battling back from 3, especially when you're playing Roanoke. So,
Yeah.
if you're the Bulls here, this next shift's got to be a big one.
You got to have the next goal, don't you?
Absolutely.
Face off just outside the Birmingham blue line. Nick Ford with, I believe that, it's hard to tell. Sorry, that's Glover. Birmingham has it. Matthews sends it out. Easily stopped there, though, by Roanoke. Intercepted, taken away by Kozarev. He can't get past Ford or Valerian. Glover finds it. Down low to Nikita Kozarev along the near wall. Kozarev all over him was Doney, and it caused the turnover. They will not allow you in their zone. Shot sent in by Kelly, gloved by Stewart, and he'll hold on. I'm telling you, Greg, I've never seen a smothering defense in this building like I've seen tonight by Roanoke.
Well, the closest way I could explain it to people, Jody, is it's almost like fish jumping into a net at their blue line. And Roanoke's defense is the net. You know what I mean? But if you're a fish and you get into a net,
You're done.
I'm not being dinner. I'm gonna fight and I'm gonna struggle and I'm gonna pop out of that net. And
We've got to have something positive
yep.
happen here. It's early on. It's 17 minutes to go. Anything can happen. And we're only 2 goals down. It's not like we're down by 7. We just have to play Birmingham hockey. There's a centering pass in front. Stanko was there. Nice play by Phil Edzianko, though. He just clears his own smartly, icing or not. They'll rule no icing as Alvo plays it behind the net. Banks one off the boards out into center ice, taken by Stanko. Romeo and Phil Edzianko back. Stanko puts the brakes on. Timmy Manning in the shot. Save made by Stewart. Puck goes around far boards. Alvo takes a hit there by Ballant, and they're going to call a penalty. Okay. I'm going to be a good boy. Ballant goes off, and Roanoke will get back on the power play. Your thoughts?
Well, Ballant not the biggest stature guy, Jody. I mean, he's actually smaller, and, you know, some guys just make a living coming in, and when somebody's coming in and they're going to get hit, they will turn.
Yeah, they're turning their back twice.
They will turn and let you hit the numbers, and if the ref doesn't see the whole play come up, you'll end up with a penalty. So, hey.
They called the boarding call, which he saw Ballant coming, and he turned his back just at the right time.
If you're gonna call a penalty, you call a hit in the back, because like boarding, like they were both on the boards. Ballant just came in and hit him.
Off the draw, cleared by Birmingham, back into the Roanoke zone. Back to get it is Alvo. Olnick tries to pressure him. Giving up to Municello near side, Schlottick. Sinclair on him, tries to poke it free and does, and back right onto Rodebush, the puck comes. Alvo steps out in front, McTavish makes him drop it back for Municello. Through center ice, brings it into the Bull zone. 2 players go down. Gallagher with the puck, far boards. Nice pass over to Municello through the slot, drops it back for Alvo. Returns for Municello, far face-off circle now. Tommy Municello in front, looking for Gallagher, deflected behind the net and cleared up the near boards, kept alive. Municello with it. For Kelly, back to Stephen Alvo. Near side, Kelly curls away from McTavish, drops it down low for Municello. Alvo takes a shot, gloved out of the air nicely by Stewart with traffic in front. That's not an easy save to make with 57 seconds remaining on this power play for Roanoke, and the Bulls trailing by 2.
Not an easy save to make, Jody, and a much better job by the Bulls on the penalty kill unit, because you could see the Bulls maintaining that wall inside of the Roanoke power play guys, keeping them out and giving that clear line of vision to Stewart on that shot from the point.
Face off to the left of Hayden Stewart. Puck drop, played by Bryce Martin. Martin takes a shot, deflected into the far corner. Mac Jansen will pick it up, gets away from Glover. Jansen surveys the situation, back at the point for Martin. Return for Jansen. Thought about going to forward, he holds on, sends it down low. Back at the point again for Martin. Hop the stick of Nick Ford, but they'll keep it alive. Back for Martin, turns and spins, knocked down by Glover. Birmingham can't clear, couldn't get a good shot off. There's Ford with a shot, knocked down in front, sent wide, deflection, and Birmingham finally clears down the ice. 20 seconds to go on this power play. Bryce Martin takes the puck, gives it to Nick Ford. Brings it into the Bulls zone. Nobody on him, surveys the situation. He's able to hold on to the puck deep. We're down to 5 seconds. That'll do it. There's a shot. He scores right as Ballant was coming out of the ice. And that one I have to chalk up to the Bulls' defense, Greg.
Well, that'll be a 5-on-5.
That's a 5-on-5 even strength goal.
Even strength goal.
But you cannot allow a player to come in and just hold on to the puck as he's skating slowly from the blue line down deep. You can't.
We talked about the Roanoke wall, right, where they put 3 guys across their blue line, but they hold it. Right there, if you want to rewind that one and take another look, Jody, you will see the 3 Bulls guys actually back all the way back in around Hayden Stewart and let Ford skate right to the corner. One guy has to be dedicated to pressure him, and right now I think that's the Bulls' biggest thing is they got to get that offensive pressure, defensive pressure, because that's a big part of their game.
Off the draw, right back in the Bull zone. Birmingham finally clears. Here's the call.
Doney The assist, number 18, Nick Ford, and number 29, Brendan Pepe.
Pepe and Doney on the assist. There's another shot just wide of Stewart. Played back at the blue line. Roach keeps it alive. Gives it to Municello, who had it taken away by Christie, and he'll backhand one out. It's nice to clear the zone, Greg, but we've got to get some offense going. Now that puck escapes into the Bulls bench.
Well, and that's when the Bulls are on, Jody, because I think it's fairly safe to say that, you know what, right now, in the last 5, they're just not themselves, right? But when your defense get the puck and possession turns over, forwards jumping into the neutral zone, when they're on, they jump, they turn, they give their D a target, they make the tape-to-tape passes, and they don't just clear the zone, but they move through the neutral zone, get in the offensive zone, and set something up. And it's just almost like right now either the D don't have anybody to pass to. I mean, I'll start looking a little closer at it here.
We don't have Trevor Thurston in the lineup. One player shouldn't make that much of a difference, but he is a very good defenseman and a very calming force, and he is one of our better defensemen. Has that made a difference in how we defend or lack of defense tonight?
I don't think so. I mean, as a whole, Jody, when the Bulls were winning and when they're on their thing, we've seen it. It doesn't matter. They can have 3 or 4 guys out of the lineup, but if everybody toes the rope, and the biggest thing is that intensity and winning those one-on-one battles, and in my opinion, it's just a little shy tonight.
Face off at center ice, 13:46 to go, third period. Roanoke 5, Birmingham 2. Off the draw, Roach has it. Banks one off the boards. He gets past Kelly, but he picks the loose puck up and sends it right back in behind Stewart. Tyler Matthews plays it for Ballant. Up for Phil Edzianko through center ice. Edzianko with the most ice room we've had in Roanoke zone for a while. Matthews sends one just past Ballant. Rose taken down, no interference call. No, now we finally get a penalty. Now over here on the near side, we're going to get a cross-checking call. Rose should have been another penalty on interference on Roanoke.
He's got to call him. You're not calling them both? No, he's not. Huh?
Is he he's putting Carson Rose in the penalty box?
Well, after Rose got abducted, Jody, he got up, and he did cross-check him. And
okay.
If you've ever seen Shorzy, it's one of those things that Shorzy always says is, hey, the retaliator is the one that's going to get it. But I believe it was the third retaliation by Alvo and Rodebush that
Alvo's in the box now.
Right. They evened it up anyway. So
the original call should have been interference on Roanoke, though, Greg.
Yes.
That's what started all this. Here's the call.
Stephen Alvo, 2 minutes for slashing. Number 14, Stephen Alvo, 2 minutes for the slash. Viper penalty, number 15. Carson Rose, 2 minutes for cross-checking. Number 15, Carson Rose, 2 minutes.
Well, you nailed Rose's penalty. Now we'll be 4-on-4 hockey as coincidentals are called with 13:16 to go. Birmingham, Greg, my point about lack of offense, 15 shots on goal through 2.5 periods.
Well,
that's not going to get it.
You had 15 after 2, Jody.
All right, face off. Controlled by Roanoke. Ford drops it back behind his own net. He'll take the pass back from Pepe, and he'll skate away. Brings it into the Bull zone. Centers one out for Pepe. I mean, no interference at all from the Bulls. Now, finally, we can get a 2-on-1 break if we hurry. That's Brierly. Slides it to Kozarev. Drops it back. Ledzianko. Still loose. I thought the puck went in the net, but apparently
no. Rodebush
got it with his left arm. Behind his own net. Ford has it. Waits for his players to get off the bench on a line change. Birmingham will send out a new line as well. Corey Doney gets it past Valerian back into the Bull zone. This will be icing they called an icing. That was close, wasn't it, Greg? Valerian had a beat on it.
He closed a lot of ground there quickly, Jody. And, albeit for that 3-on-1, that it was a very good scoring opportunity for the Bulls, but that's not enough when 12:28 in, and that was your first shot. So more shots. We're making it easy on Rodebush to.
Well, he's had to do nothing this period.
To make his, recovery and comeback after scoring 2 goals on the first 3 shots.
Valerian takes the puck off the faceoff, cuts behind his own net, and he'll skate away. Kelly puts the brakes on just inside the blue line of Birmingham. Puck pops in the air. Birmingham takes possession. Still looking to get out. Clark drops it back behind his own net. Picked up. And return for Clark behind the net. Gives it to Kip Ledzianko. He'll skate through center ice. Two players close in on Kip. He'll bring it in. Takes the shot. Score!
Telling you, shoot the puck, boys.
Holy cow. Every time I talk to the Ledziankos, they'll tell you exactly what I tell them. Shoot the you-know-what puck.
Jody, it's that easy. Look at the first goal with Olnick. Coming down the wall. He shot at a time that Rodebush thought he wasn't going to shoot. Ledzianko did the same thing. He came in. He had some mojo across the blue line. He looked it off like he was going to go deep and just a quick wrister, and that's it. 4-3, and Rodebush gets beat again, far side under his glove, right inside the post.
He just missed it. All right, let's see what that does. Now it's a 5-3 game. Plenty of time left. Can we manage a comeback? Gallant with the puck in his own zone. Had it knocked away from him by Municello. He'll slide it over far side for Romeo. Chipped out to center ice. Roach puts it right back in. Clark and Scahill on the assist on the Kip Ledzianko goal, his 10th of the year. Through center ice, Brierley brings it into the Roanoke zone, gives it to Ballant. Ballant had a trailer, couldn't get him the puck, and I believe it goes out of play. Face-off will come up in the Roanoke zone.
Yeah, one of those situations there, Jody, where you've just turned the tides and everything like that. You want to keep that play right there going, and instead of trying to throw it through traffic to the middle, it's got to be tape to tape, or you got to get a shot on net. If you don't have that play, send it low and around for your D to come back, get it the other side, work it low to high, come up top for a shot. I mean, they've been doing it all year.
Off the draw, loose in the face-off circle, picked up by Sinclair. Into the Zamboni entrance corner. He slides it up the boards. Roanoke will have it, and they'll skate away. Nick Ford right in on Stewart. That one was a troubled bouncer. Had a little trouble with it, but he did squeeze it in between the pads.
Jody, those knuckleballers right there from about 90 feet out. That was a very good save by Hayden Stewart. I know it looked kind of wobbly and stuff like that, but those things are coming. The puck's coming end over end. You can see it knuckleballing, and when it hits the ice, you never know which direction it's going to go. And thankfully for Hayden Stewart, just kind of bounced the way he planned on it, and he gobbled that one up. So I'm very happy with that save.
Face off to his left. Ford controls it, gets it back to Valerian. He'll send it in for Slottick. For Doney. Shot deflected just wide by Ford. Roanoke still with possession. And Sinclair finally plays the body, and puck is now loose. Still loose. Kelly is pinned up by Sinclair, but it's played by Roanoke. Birmingham intercepts the pass. If we hurry, 3-on-2. Apatagan with it. Tried to set it up. Loose in front. There's a shot. Just goes high. Had a nice opportunity, but he whistled it high. That was Matthews. Birmingham brings it back in the Roanoke zone. Slap shot. Save made. He had a little trouble with the rebound, but he squeezes the pads on it on the ice level. So a faceoff will come up in the Roanoke zone. Finally a little life offensively out of Birmingham.
Well, and that's the thing, and you can see the D are jumping up, Jody, and leading the charge for Birmingham. And once again, Brierley, and he was the one who was in on their first shot of the period with that 3-on-2. But getting their feet moving through the neutral zone, 2-on-1s, 3-on-2s, more of this, and keep it going.
Off the draw, Alvo had it, sends it behind his own net. Roach has it taken away by the Bulls. Sets it up for Clark, far side pass. In front, Phil Ledzianko tips one. Rose back at the point for Clark. He's pressured by Jansen, so he'll send it behind the net. Rose chips it to the far corner, picked up by Manning. Played it back behind the net. Nobody there but Billy Roach of Roanoke, and he clears. Stanko gloves it, drops it, and plays it into the Bull zone, picked up by Brierley. We're under 10 minutes to go here in the third period. Bulls with a chance, just trailing by 2. On the last goal by Kip Ledzianko. Glover drops it. Here's Ballant, near side board, hammered by 2 people, drops it down deep. It seems like there's nobody but Roanoke players everywhere. Behind the net, Pepe has it now. A little forechecking going on by Kozarev. Knocks it away. Martin, though, picks the loose puck up. Matthews keeps it in. Sends a shot just wide. But he had Rodebush beat. He had no idea where the puck was. Now Olnick delivers a hit, takes one. Birmingham has it. There's a shot deflected easily by Stanko as Romeo had Matthews wide open over here, Craig.
Absolutely. You know, Matthews got that big cannon from the point, Jody, so I would have liked to have seen him rip that one in on Rodebush right now. He's struggling on stuff from out top and far away.
Roanoke brings it right back in. Municello can't get past Romeo, but still maintains possession to O'Day. Matt O'Day hit behind the net. Still containing control of the puck. Valerian, far side for Doney. Around the board once again, wraparound by Municello, hits the side of the net. Played along the near boards, it's loose in that face-off circle. Kozarev sends one up, just out of the reach. Actually, Christie should have had that puck. It was a nice pass by Kozarev. He just let it bounce over his stick. 8:19 to go, third period. As we have another media timeout, Birmingham trailing 5-3. We're finally seeing a little life offensively out of the Bulls. There is plenty of time left, Greg, in this hockey game.
Oh, absolutely, Jody. You know, you're only 2 goals down. You were 2 goals down before.
What did I say about 2-goal leads?
The worst lead in hockey.
One more goal by Birmingham and the tides will turn.
Absolutely. My thing is, Jody, it's like this. When you're looking at it, who should have more passion in a hockey game? Your coaches or the team?
Your team better have it.
Well, I'm seeing all kinds of fire out of Coach Simchuk and Coach Kerr tonight based off the what we saw on the benches, what we saw down in the hallway. And you know what? I would give that dollar over being right over the goal that got called a goal, according to Mr. Brierly on the chat. But to see some of that life and the energy and just that ferocity, you know what I mean? Light a fire.
All right, face-off will come up to the left of Austin Rodebush. We'll try it again.
Granted, Roanoke, when they have offensive control in the Bulls zone, like that puck, it's like it's on a string, Jody. It's just everywhere they go, the puck finds their stick.
Sinclair on the draw for the Bulls. Forward for Roanoke. Loose at both of them's feet. Sinclair taken down. No interference call. Puck comes free in this corner. Birmingham's keeps it alive near side. Now Ford comes in, can't get it past Skyhill. Skyhill takes a shot, easily gloved, snatched out of the air by Rodebush, so we'll do it again with 8:02 now remaining in the third.
That's good. Win a one-on-one battle on the wall. Kick it out to Skyhill. He steps into the middle. Got a good shot off, but Rodebush, good goal. He's going to make those saves. Glove side, high anyways. Get him down, get him low, bang those rebounds off his pad, crash in that old-time hockey.
Sinclair and Ford once again on the draw. Same spot, same location. Sinclair finally gets this one to Clark. Back other side, save made, rebound loose, still loose. And Rodebush finally squeezes it. Now a little pushing and shoving, of course, after the play. Alvo having a discussion.
And that's what I don't get. I'm not seeing any heavyweights out there, Jody, really on either side. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with some middleweights getting some aggression out every once in a while.
That was Kip Ledzianko into it with Steven Alvo. I'll give this to the Ledzianko twins. They've never shied away from physicality.
Oh, absolutely. But I mean, Alvo's looking, he's mouthing, he's trying to create some energy and excitement down there.
All right, Christie out with Sinclair and Kip Ledzianko. Brierly on defense along with Romeo. Puck comes free. Romeo has to get in there quickly to get it, and he does to Brierly. He's pressured by Schlottick, and he has to just turn and spin it behind the net. Sinclair picks it up. Far side for Christie. Back at the point for Romeo. Lifts one softly in for Kip Ledzianko, who'll pick it up. And this one looks like it'll escape the zone. It does into the netting. And we'll have a face-off to the right this time of Austin Rodebush.
And That was a nifty little move by Ledzianko there behind the net, Jody. A little misdirection. Fooled the Roanoke defender. He pulled the puck around, and then the other defenseman came across, made the good defensive play, but if Ledzianko could have feathered that puck through, the Bulls would have had another nice scoring opportunity. So, the ice is tipped here a little bit. Bulls in the offensive zone pressure for the first time this period.
Briley with the puck after the draw in his own zone for Romeo. His pass is intercepted by Manning and put back into the Bull zone just to the left of Hayden Stewart. Briley has it, gives it up for Phil Ledzianko. He sends it far side for Ballant, who puts it into the corner. Ledzianko catches up with it. Stanko comes in, tries to take it away along with Manning. Puck comes free. Briley finds a way to get it. Far boards, though. He's out of his slot. Briley behind the net. Wrap around. Save made by Rodebush. Nice idea by Briley. It just, the stick got over there in time. Birmingham puts it right back in. Line change coming up. Glover out now. He'll give pressure to Valerian. Pass back to the blue line for Municello, and he clears it ahead for Gallagher. Chipped away from him. And it comes straight to Olnick. Olnick sends one in behind the net. Doney picks it up. Near side, Doney banks one off the boards. Gallagher was there to hit Olnick. Now it's still tied up. It'll come free into center ice. And Birmingham's Matthews has it. Nice pass off the boards to Kozarev. Olnick floating. Kozarev a shot. Save made by Rodebush as he caught it right in the midsection. Goes down and holds on.
Good look by the Bulls there, Joe. You talk about some of that energy from Brierley. Once again, coming down the wall, cutting in behind the net. Roanoke, interestingly enough, man-on-man defense, and that's why Brierley had so much room to come around, because Roanoke's defensive were not leaving their guys in front of the net to go try and make a play on Brierley. So that was pretty interesting turn of events there.
Ford, and it looks like, again, I can't tell the number from here. It's so small and it's so hard to see. It's McTavish. Off the draw, Alvo has it behind the net, takes a hit from Kip Ledzianko, but gets it ahead to Schlottick. Schlottick had Ford go into the play, no offside, and has the puck. And it hits McTavish, is loose in that far corner. Penalty coming up on Roanoke as Romeo was hauled down. Gets up slowly, too. That penalty's coming up on Jacob Kelly. Birmingham on a delayed power play.
Hayden Stewart in the bench, so the Bulls will have a 6-on-5 here for as long as they can maintain possession.
Apatagan brings it in. Puts the brakes on just inside the blue line. Curls away from Kelly. He'll send it down low for Apatagan. There's a shot for Olnick. Save made again in the exact same spot the last shot was, into the midsection of Rodebush, and that's an easy save for Austin.
Jody, he's very good at those. You can see any shots kind of from that knees to the shoulders area on Rodebush. I mean, he's got jump. He's out there on top of his crease. He's coming down to cut down the angle. When those hit him, he just collapses down and sucks them in like a vacuum. So
Birmingham on the power play, only our second one of the night. There's been 5 by Roanoke. With 5:38 remaining, I would say this is a big power play for Birmingham.
Absolutely. Bulls need to get the puck up high, get some shots, get some traffic in front of Rodebush, make his life difficult.
Ford just takes the draw and just fires it down the ice. He didn't even try and draw it back. Brierley would pick it up behind his own net. Jansen pressures him. Now Ford comes in. He'll finally get it away to Kozarev. Unbelievably, 2 more Roanoke players there. Puck loose. Now comes to Carson Rose. Sends a cross-ice pass for Kozarev that connects. Down low. Glover for Rose. No shooting lane there, so he'll send it back to Brierley. Kozarev, far side. Down low. Brierley had it, bounce over his stick, back into center ice. We'll have to retreat. 1:20 to go on the power play. We'll try it again as Kozarev brings it in. Drops it for Glover to Brierley. Brierley lifts one over the stick to Rose. Back to Brierley. Fires one off the skate of O'Day. Loose. Kozarev down low for Glover. Pass for Rose. Takes the shot. Knocked down by O'Day. Or excuse me, that's Alvo. And it's caught up in Stephen Alvo's gear. So we're going to have a face-off in the Roanoke zone. But we'll first have our last media timeout of the game. With 1:02 remaining of power play time. 4:39 remaining in the third period. Birmingham still trailing 5-3.
Jody, you ever hear Don Cherry back in the day his in-between Hockey Night in Canada? He'd have the Grapevine or whatever it's called. you ever hear him talk about power plays and what he said about you have 5 guys, they have 4? So what that means is there should always be someone open with a direct pass. You know what I mean?
Right.
If you move and if you position.
If you're moving.
Yes. If you position everybody the way that they are, I mean, hinge, you know how I feel about that.
Yep.
And I'm really starting to get down on saucer passes on the power play. And I get it. If it works out, it looks beautiful. You know what I mean? But that's a tough pass for Rose to take on the left-hand side that comes over, that has to sauce over somebody's stick.
Yeah.
In the third period with under 5 minutes left on bad ice, the chances of that dropping down perfect for him,
It's slim and none.
that's true. So, hey, I like the idea. I just don't know under the conditions of what we're looking at here today.
Well, face-off will come up to the right of Austin Rodebush. Oldie on the draw for Birmingham. Nick Ford for Roanoke. Last time he just fired it down the ice, didn't try to draw it back. He tries it again.
Yeah, he did.
Can't get it past Romeo this time. Gives it up to Phil Edzianko. Phil sends it back for Romeo. Return. Edzianko. Back to Romeo. Takes a shot. Knocked down by Valerian and cleared by Ford into center ice. Quickly they'll change penalty killers. O'Day now out. Kip Ledzianko sends it far side. Back return for Ledzianko. It gets past him. Comes around to the near side where Municello and Phil Ledzianko fighting for it. Municello wins that battle, and he backhands it down the ice. Under 30 seconds of power play time remaining as Sinclair picks the puck up from Stewart. O'Day actually forechecking a man down, Craig. Ahead for Phil Ledzianko. Brings it in. Cross-ice pass gets past Olnick. Played behind the net. Martin and Sinclair is picked up, though, by Gallagher, who'll get it out near side. O'Day clears it ahead to Pepe. Pepe brings it in. In front, save made. Rebound picked up by Olnick. And Birmingham's back, or at least Roanoke back to full and even strength. Power play over, 3.5 to go here in the third period. Back into the Roanoke zone, loose puck, still loose. They'll call it a late offside, but okay. I can't argue that it was offside, but it certainly was called late.
Well, it was. As you can see, the Bulls coming down there. It's one of those things, Jody, where everybody was tying each other up and everybody was over skating the puck. Had that not been called offside, though, there was a late trailer coming in from the Bulls, and he would have had a nice little opportunity there on Rodebush.
Roach has it for Roanoke. He'll drop it back for Alvo, and here we go. Alvo through center ice. Lifts one in, gloved down by the Bulls, so they never got a chance to send it deep. It's off the skate of Christie now, who takes a big hit from Alvo, who's going to get penalized for that as Rodebush touches up. Penalty coming up on Stephen Alvo. Birmingham will go back on the power play.
Risky business, Jody. That's what I call decisions like this. The coach has got to make them all the time. 2:58 left.
You got to have a pair of goals.
You're down by 2. You're on a power play. Do you pull Hayden Stewart right now for a 6-on-4?
You know, I was going to ask you that.
I beat you to it because I felt it coming.
A lot of time left, Greg. Just 3 minutes to go. You pull him with 2 minutes to go?
Based on the Bulls and how they've been coming back and getting some shots on net and stuff like that, I'm not going to do it yet. I'm going to give it a minute.
Yeah, that's what I said. We're down to 2:58. I said 2 minutes. If you've contained possession and maintained it in the offensive
pressure,
zone.
you know.
If we're doing like we've been doing the whole game, the whole third period, then no, you don't pull the goalie. Glover on the draw along with Ford. No one really controls. Puck is loose along the far boards. Glover catches up with it. Gives it to Kozarev. Somehow the puck finds its way back to Brierly. Kozarev controls it. Back to Brierly at the point. To Rose. Back to Taylor. They're playing that diamond defense. Bounces over the stick of Rose. Whips one around the boards. Kozarev catches it. Back to Brierly. There's no place for Birmingham to go down deep. Kozarev draws it for Brierly. Brierly to Kozarev. Come on, guys, shoot the puck. Blind. Cross ice in front, looking for a deflection. No shot ever made it through. It's loose behind the net. There's the centering pass. Comes back to Rose. He scores! Carson Rose gives Birmingham a little bit more hope as we narrow the lead to 1 at 5-4.
And that was critical in that situation, Jody, and you mentioned it. On the power play, Roanoke changed their penalty kill from the last one. They played a box. This time they came out and played a diamond. Took the Bulls a minute to get through the diamond. They broke it down, turned it back into a box, pushed it up top for Rose, and he came in, made no mistake, and buried it on Rodebush. 5-4 with 2:10 left here in the third period.
Glover made the play. He walked out from behind the net, tried to pop it out in front of the crease, and the puck finds the stick of Rose, who doesn't make mistakes often. 5-4, 2 minutes to go.
Yep.
Now, I'm going to say something. Let's hear the time of the
Number
goal.
7, Nikita Kozarev, and number 12, Andrew Ballant. And first Vipers goal scored at 17:50 of the third period.
Okay, never mind. I thought the clock was late to start, I was going to say, but it wasn't. All right, face off to the left of Hayden Stewart. Matt O'Day on the draw. Sinclair for Birmingham. Now, when do you take out Hayden Stewart? It's a totally different hockey game than a two-goal game right now.
Well, I'm going to see how the Bulls come out here. I would say 1 minute now.
I say the second we get the puck controlled in their zone, we do it. Puck played, though. Roanoke keeps it in the Bull zone. That's Matt O'Day. Tried to draw a penalty. It didn't come. It didn't work. Still, though, they'll tie it up and try to kill the clock. Comes free. Finally, Birmingham's Phil Edzianko skates away. Has his brother with him. Phil gains his own. The face-off circle, a shot just goes wide, and that'll come all the way back out for O'Day. Stewart was well out of his net.
I know.
He was on his way. Birmingham will have the puck in their own zone. We'll try and set it up again. 5-4 with a minute and a half to go in this game. Bulls trail. Stewart's out of the net. Olnick on the ice in his place. Played behind the net. Still loose. Picked up by Roach. Olnick on him.
There you go.
Kozarev doing some forechecking. Ballant as well. It comes to Gallick or O'Day. He's hit on the play. Loose. Tied up by Roach. He's trying his best just to kill the clock. Tying it up on the bench. Now the puck comes free. Rose tries to keep it in. It'll get to Brierly, who does. Brierly sends it far side for Kozarev. Under a minute left. Birmingham with possession. Kozarev takes a shot, blocked by Manning, but he maintains control. Brierly sends it down low and walk out in front. Try to stuff it in. It's loose. Players, I believe, are laying on the puck. No whistle, still loose. They'll let him play it on. The puck comes free. Tried to set it up for Rose. Intercepted, but a nice play by Ballant. Ballant takes it away. Behind the net is played. There's a centering pass back up top. We're into 30 seconds to go. Kozarev to Brierly. Brierly takes a look at the clock. He walks away from Manning. Down low, Brierly drops it back. Rose, a shot, save made. Rebound loose in the corner. Rose will keep it alive. Sends one in. Yes! Oh my goodness! What a play! Just to keep the puck in the zone was a miraculous play. And somehow, someway, Rose fires one in. Top shelf, and this score is tied at 5.
What a play by Ballant, one-on-one. Roanoke about to clear the zone. Ballant picked his pocket, pushed it back to Rose. Abuse in front, down and out. Rodebush looks up, and Carson Rose from the blue line right over his shoulder. Top right-hand corner. What a laser beam.
That goal comes with 14 seconds remaining in the third period. Man, Greg, I didn't think we could do it. But I did say it's a long way before this game's over with.
Absolutely.
Now, that goes out of play. I don't know if he's going to call it deflection or a delay of game.
Yep, delay of game.
That's got to be a delay because, and even Nick Ford, their captain, is back up against the glass. He knows it.
Yep.
And Birmingham is going to get a power play to take into the overtime.
Yes. Never mind the 7.5 seconds to end this period, Jody. That's going to put the Bulls up 4-3 if it gets to overtime. Wow.
A 4-3 man advantage is huge in overtime. Let's just get through the last 7.5 seconds. The face-off, though, is in Roanoke zone. I have seen a draw on one back and a slap shot from the point, a one-timer win it. Oh, I'd love to see a big Vaslav Nedomansky slap shot right now.
Yep, all right. Who we got back there? Romeo? Romeo's turn, Jody. Let's see if
Kip
we make it
Ledzianko and his
happen.
brother Phil at the top of the face-off circle. It's loose in the corner. We're down to 5 seconds. Phil Ledzianko centers one. Kip shot, save made. Rebound behind. Sinclair couldn't get it. Birmingham did everything in their power
They did.
to get back in this game and somehow, some way, accomplished it.
Even with 7 seconds left, Jody, with time dying on the clock, still got that last shot off and just grazed the post and hit the side of the net. The fans went nuts, but it was on the outside of the net.
Down 5-2 in the third period. Late in the third period. With 12 minutes to go, we got life. Kip Ledzianko with that wrister, he scored. Then with 2 minutes and 10 seconds left, Carson Rose nails one. And all of a sudden, that dangerous 2-goal lead is now won. And unbelievably, with 15 seconds to go, Rose sends it to overtime. And a bad play by Roanoke results in a power play for the Birmingham Bulls to begin the overtime.
And Jody, I'll be honest, I was sitting here, just kind of watching everything unfold, and then, the Bulls had the giveaway, and then they got another one, and, you see everybody get up, and they start heading to their cars.
Yeah.
Like, okay, this
Look
one's
at this.
over. And I'm sitting here like,
What are they doing?
My biggest thing, Jody, when I played, what I loved doing was comebacks. And for everybody back then, they listened on the radio, and how many times you saw people pull out of the parking lot and then turn around and come back for a night like tonight where we got overtime.
What a hockey game this has been. I remember my dad, back when hockey games were only on the radio, telling me he left the hockey, or his uncle left the hockey game where the Maple Leafs were losing 7-1. The next morning, my dad told him the Maple Leafs won 8-7. They thought he was lying. He left too early. Maple Leafs won. Now let's see the Bulls do the same thing. Off the draw. Brierly has it. Brierly takes it ahead. Slowly drops it off. Kozarev. Kozarev met at the front by Ford. He brings it in the zone. 4-on-3 Bulls advantage. Brierly takes it just inside the Roanoke blue line. Near side for Rose. Plays it down low to Kozarev. He's pressured by Valerian. Back to Rose. Brierly near side Rose through the slot. Gets past Kozarev. Nick Ford will try and wrap it around the ice, and he does. And smartly, Hayden Stewart, well out of his net, plays it ahead. Just that quickly, Bulls bring it back in the offensive zone. Kozarev takes it. 1:10 remaining of power play time. Shoot the puck, guys. Rose, a shot! Save made by Rodebush. He loses his stick, Greg. Ballon has it, far wall. Rodebush without a stick. 4-on-3 advantage. Just shoot the puck, guys. Rose. Ballon has it. Drops it down. Ballon again.
They're sweating him out.
There's Brierly. Lost the puck. Gets it back to Ballon. He shoots just wide. Picked up near side. Brierly has the rebound. We're down to 40 seconds of power play time remaining. Ballon taking his time just inside the blue line. Still Rodebush, no stick. There's a far side. In front, Kozarev. What a save by Rodebush. That's a game saver for the moment. Ballon has it. He takes a shot, a blocker save by Rodebush. Ballon picks up his own rebound. Drops it down low. Look out, Ballon's got to hurry to get there. He does. One player out of position, gets it back to Rose. Rose for Ballon. Back to Rose. He fires. What a glove save by Rodebush. Holy cow.
Hey, some nice puck work up top there, Jody. From Ballon to Rose, back to Ballon. Ballon's a shooter, Rose is a shooter, and they're up there just taking turns, Jody. And in 9 seconds, when the Dawgs penalty expires, you're going to have 4-on-4 hockey until the next whistle. So right here with 3:16 left in overtime, 4-on-4 hockey. And 4-on-4 is a lot harder to play than 3-on-3.
Right now, we still have 9 seconds of power play time remaining and a face-off in their zone, which we control. Romeo, we need to shoot the puck. Romeo has it. He fires it in front. In front again, and Rodebush knocks his net off his mooring with a centering pass in front. That, to me, is old-time delay of game.
Well, The only thing I will say, Jody, is he hasn't done it a lot. If he'd done it more tonight, but
Well, he had no choice, I believe, on that one.
I know.
And just take the chance because that puck was coming far side back door.
It was over. So, hey, he got away with it. Smart play by Rodebush. But the Bulls 1 second. And you know how Jamie Hicks felt about 1 second being on anybody's penalty clock, Jody.
Face-off control by the Bulls. Romeo. We're back at 4-on-4 hockey. Brierly in front. I don't know why that shot wasn't taken. Comes to Phil Edzianko. He didn't take the shot either. Far side for Romeo. He'll have to bring it outside the zone. They'll just try and maintain possession. 2:50 to go in this overtime. Brierly, saucer pass ahead. Phil Edzianko has it. 2-on-2. Edzianko cuts through the slot. Takes a shot. It's loose. Picked up by Municello, and he'll skate away. This will be Roanoke's first shot at a goal in overtime. First time they've had it in the Bull zone. 2.5 to go. Municello drops it for Stanko. He's been a thorn in the side of Birmingham for 2 games. Near side, Alvo. Alvo takes a shot, gloved out of the air by Stewart. The fans appreciate it.
That one we needed. 4-on-4, Jody. It's really easy to lose your assignment because you're used to 3-on-3. The ice is open, easy to pick up. Roanoke doing some crisscrossing there. Good job by Hayden Stewart. That shot from the point, hold it down. We'll get a face-off back to 3-on-3.
Pepe, Municello, Gallagher out for Roanoke. Kozarev out with Matthews and McGregor Sinclair, who will take this draw. 3-on-3 hockey. Unless something's called. 2:25 remaining in this overtime. Puck is dropped. It's loose in the face-off circle. Kick free. Kozarev tied up Municello perfectly and gets the puck behind the net.
Look out.
Taken away from him, though, with ease by Gallagher. Gallagher near at the top of the face-off circle. Gives it to Pepe. Near boards, Pepe will just bring it out. He didn't like it. He fires it in on his own goaltender just to make sure he didn't have the puck taken away from him by Matthews. Pepe drops it back for Gallagher. Bryce Martin comes on. Municello has a shot blocked by Sinclair into the far corner. Now Scahill had it taken by Gallagher. Nice play by Scahill. He rebounded to take the puck back. A big hit into the corner there. It's loose behind the net of Hayden Stewart. Gallagher drops it for Martin. Scahill on him. Curls back just inside the blue line. He'll drop it back out to center ice, and they'll try and reset with 1.5 to go in overtime.
Line change is very dangerous, Jody.
Yep, especially when you're 3-on-3. Brought into the Bull zone. Valerian tries to get past.
Wow.
Brierly, he did. Nice save as Stewart squeezed that far left post. Rose takes it out. He tries to get past Ford, and he nailed him up against the boards. He takes the puck right back into the Bull zone. Brierly is there. This time cuts him off. Ford back at the blue line for Pepe. And again, he just skates it outside and tries, I guess, to get a new line made on with less than a minute to go now in overtime.
Waiting for some fresh legs.
Pepe gives it to O'Day. He'll bring it in. He's got Jansen with him. His shot was blocked. It's loose in the slot. Picked up by Brierly. O'Day falls down. We should have taken off with that one.
Well,
Brierly smartly, though, just plays it behind his own net.
Safety first.
Still back there. Taylor waiting for some help. He gives it up. Backhands a pass looking for Ballant from Rose. Look out, O'Day picks it up. And luckily, offside was called, or a glove pass.
Glove pass.
That's a 2-on-1 if that whistle doesn't blow, Greg.
Wow.
25 seconds remaining in overtime.
Very dangerous, Jody, when it goes Lone Ranger. I call it don't be a hero, especially in 3-on-3, because if you try and be a hero and it gets turned around on you, usually ends up with a really bad opportunity going the other way. Thankfully, that time it was glove down out of the air, glove pass, pulled back to the Roanoke side of the ice.
Face-off just outside the Roanoke blue line. Glover on the draw. Comes back to Romeo, and we're now under 20 seconds to go in overtime. This may be a chance, a last one if we get going, but Romeo has no help. What in the world are we doing? Now finally, Glover skates away, brings it into the Roanoke zone, under 10 seconds to go. Glover tries to cut in front. Almost did, but it gets away from him as Rodebush came out of the net, and Municello picks it up, and that's going to do it. Wow. And that's the end of overtime. We're going to a shootout, which I hate.
Well, and Jody, I haven't seen it much, But with Rodebush pushing out into Glover, cutting across, did you notice that? He pushed out into him intentionally because if Glover can get past Rodebush, he has a wide open net. So that was a very smart defensive play by Rodebush in order to slow Glover down, especially with 2 seconds left on the clock.
You know, this game has turned in a way I didn't expect. When it got to be 5-2, I didn't want it. It wasn't lights out for me, but I knew that we had to score quickly. And somehow we didn't. Yet we got it down to 12 minutes to go and finally got it to 5-3, and that's when I said that 2-goal lead.
You never know, Jody.
No, you don't.
And I've been in games with bigger deficits. 5-1, came back, won 6-5 in shootout. And it happens.
I'll be happy. I'll get a chance to talk to Mitch Stewart, the radio announcer for Roanoke. Really good guy. Really good announcer. I want his take as to what's happened both nights. He's on his feet down there like I was a second ago. All right, Pepe's first shooter. We wait on the signal. Let's see how Brendan attacks Hayden Stewart. All right, here we go. Picks the puck up at center ice. Cuts right, he'll bring it back through the slot. Backhand forehand save made by Stewart.
And he had him, Jody. Yep. He had him. Stewie pushed to the stick side, and at the last second caught his edge, pushed back, and got his glove on that just in time. Oh, heart be still.
Andrew Ballant, first skater for the Bulls. He'll wait on the signal. Whistle blows, here comes Ballant. Picks the puck up. Goes to the right. Slowly cuts back through the slot. Oh, what was that? He never really got the shot off. That's my point, Greg, when I want to see these guys pick the puck up and skate like it's the middle of the third period.
I get you, but, Jody,
that's not a breakaway.
No, but that's a very skilled offensive guy.
I understand. The puck just slipped off his stick. I get it.
He was trying a mind trick.
Here comes Municello now. He'll pick the puck up, cuts right, back right in front of Stewart. He cuts backhand, forehand save again by Stewart. That's two. Huge save, Stewart. Getting up slowly, Greg. I hope that's just exhaustion and not something else.
Oh, he's saying the net's off.
Kozarev will be the next shooter for Birmingham. 0 for 2 so far for Roanoke. Here comes Kozarev, cuts left. Down through the middle.
Low blocker.
Forehand save. What a save by Rodebush. He had an open net if he lifts it, but he slid it along the ice, and that right or left arm got out and kept it out of the net.
Jody,
both teams 0 for 2.
Both goalies. Yep. That's just sheer athleticism and will and hate to lose right there.
Nick Ford, their leading scorer, takes the puck. At center ice, he'll come in on Stewart. Cuts left. Down through the slot, he wastes no time. Save made by Stewart. He fired the puck, tried to get it on the left side high. Stewart's arm was there and knocked it into the corner, and here comes Colton Olnick.
That was a heck of a shot by Ford, Jody. You know what? It was shot all the way, and he was just like, I'm going to sheer beat you, and he almost did.
That was a breakaway.
Yeah.
Let's see what Colton Olnick does. He gets the puck at center ice, cuts right. Going a little faster than most others. Shot, save made by Rodebush. He tried to beat him high glove side, but no dice on that. Here comes Daniel Slottick.
You think anybody thinks about where did I score on him earlier?
I don't know what they're thinking half the time because they take too long to go left, right, back in, but Slottick picks the puck up. Here we go. Right through the slot. Stewart coming out of his net. Slottick, backhand score. Backhand forehand, he popped it high. And that's the first goal of this shootout. That's their fourth shooter. Here comes Birmingham's fourth shooter, Taylor Brierly.
You go 5, correct?
5 is the shooter, yeah. After that, sudden death. Brierly picks the puck up. Cuts right. Rodebush already out of his net. Brierly. Score! Oh, what patience by Taylor Brierly. He held on that puck till he was almost perpendicular to the post, and he fired it high and in.
Jody, And Taylor Brierly right there. You talk about a quarterback reading his options, going through his checkdowns. Brierly came, he looked 5-hole, bar down.
Here comes Gallagher, their fifth shooter, cuts way left. Stewart out of his net. Save made, blocker on Gallagher. Birmingham scores a goal right now. We win the game unbelievably, and guess who it is?
Carson Rose, baby.
Boy, he's got to be nervous when you do. All right, Rose picks the puck up. Right down the slot, Rose. Save made by Rodebush.
Yep.
Oh, boy, here we go into sudden death. Slottick again will shoot for Roanoke.
After 5, you can take your pick. Isn't that right, Jody?
That's right. You can go again. Slottick will get puck and move quickly right through the slot. Stewart out of his net. Save made by Stewart. He had an open net, too. Slottick just couldn't get it over the arm.
I thought, Jody, that's a heck of a move by Slottick. Came in, did it again. Wow, that is so quick.
Here comes Drake Glover. Glover, get a little steam up this time in his own zone. Picks the puck up at center ice. Cuts left. Save made. He didn't get all of that. Oh, boy.
I'd go Slottick again.
Ford will come out. Goal here will end it for Roanoke.
No.
Next goal wins.
Birmingham still gets
we
their
still got one more.
shot.
That's right. That's right. Ford picks the puck up, cuts left. Stewart already out of the net. Ford. Save made. Blocker went a nice one by Stewart.
Oh, like a cat, Jody. Those inside edges and just punches that blocker out there, knocks it away. Here we go.
Can end it. Nikita Kozarev can end it with a goal here. Come on, Nikita.
Yep, let's do this. Saturday night special, Jody. Here it is.
Kozarev picks the puck up, cuts way right, top of the face-off circle, down through the slot. Forehead, boy, he had him, but Rodebush kicked it just at that right moment off the stick of Kozarev. He had the open net, too.
Unbelievable, Jody, for Rodebush to push left, catch that other edge on his inside skate, come back to make the save.
Mac Jansen takes the puck at center ice. Stewart out of his net. Jansen cuts through the slot. Save made by Stewart.
Wow.
All right, who's going to try to end it now? I believe Taylor Brierly's going to do it again. He is.
Back to the well, baby. Here we go.
All year long, I've been saying this is the best defenseman in this league by far. He's the only one for us that's put it in the net. Taylor, can you end it? Brierly picks the puck up, brings it into far face-off circle. Oh, save made. Just got enough of it, Greg. That was there, but he got that glove on, just a piece of it.
Make him make a save, Jody. Put it on net. Make him make a save. We're getting there.
I have no idea how many
Gotta
shooters
be
we've
close
had.
to 10 or 11.
Here comes Manning. Rookie Timmy Manning cuts way left, almost to the boards. In fact, he did touch him. Through the slot, Manning. Backhand shot, save made. Whoa, what's almost a toe save by Stewart.
Wow.
All right. Now, I worked all summer long on this kid's immigration and his brothers. Phil Ladzianko gets a chance. His parents are in attendance tonight, all the way from Belarus. He picks the puck up, brings it in far circle. Save made. Oh, boy. These are not bad shots. They're just excellent saves on both ends.
Right, and there's deception on those. I know it's hard to see because they happen so fast, Jody, but showing him the backhand, quick to his forehand. Good move by Ladzianko.
All right, Municello now the shooter for Roanoke. Cuts left. Stewart out of his net. Municello! Save made! Whoa! Hayden Stewart had to do the splits on his belly to make that save with his right skate, but he did it. McGregor Sinclair, the new shooter for Birmingham. I'll say it again, he can end it with a goal. Sinclair picks it up, this time cuts left. He's a right-hand shot, Sinclair. Save made. That was an easy one, it looked like, for Rodebush.
Well, patience is the other thing, Jody. Athleticism, flexibility, and as a goaltender, you have to have patience because a lot of time you just got to wait out these guys.
It's amazing to me that one-on-one these goaltenders have the edge. Gallagher picks the puck up for Roanoke, cuts right. Stewart tries to cut the angle down. Gallagher right through the slot. Save made by Stewart. Gallagher really didn't get that shot off, but he still almost buried it.
One of those things, Jody, identify, right? You're late in the game, the ice is thick. You know, shoot the puck.
Here comes Drake Glover. Second game back since an extended stint on the IR. Glover picks the puck up. Through the slot, in the crease, backhands one just over the crossbar. He had the right idea.
Yeah, he did.
Rodebush went down, but he just couldn't get it under the crossbar.
Oh, a little defensive action over here.
Yeah, Billy Roach, the defenseman. He'll get a chance.
Fans don't like him, apparently.
Slowly skating into the bull zone with it. Roach now puts the speed on.
Wow!
Save made, a right skate save made. And that puck was laying on the goal line. Hayden Stewart.
Under the skate blade of Hayden Stewart. And for the fans at home, crossing the goal line isn't enough. It has to totally cross the goal line. Wow.
Carson Rose's turn again.
Here we go.
He'll pick up the puck and skate in quickly. Finally, Rose takes the backhand. Birmingham completes a major comeback of epic proportions. Down 3 goals. Score 4 to take this win over Roanoke by a score of 6-5 in a shootout. And for everyone that left this building, shame on you.
Hats on the ice for Carson Rose.
Hat trick for Rose. And Greg, when Rose picked that puck up at center ice, did he slowly skate right and left?
No, sir.
He took off like he was Gretzky skating on a breakaway to win the Stanley Cup, and he scored. Treat it like a breakaway.
You got it. And Jody, here's something for you. I didn't know it, but Mitch from Roanoke, he said something to me earlier. I never realized when he saw me walk up for the game, he said, "Oh, you're here tonight?" And I kind of looked at him and I said, "Yeah, I'm here tonight." Why? He goes, "Because when you're with Jody, we've never beat you guys here." And I was like, "Oh, I didn't know that." Well, all right, Wonder Powers activate. Jody and Dred show. Bulls pull it out.
The Birmingham Bulls, when they wear the Cahaba Valley Viper uniforms, Greg, are 6-0.
Wow.
I'm just utterly.
I love it, Jody.
That was scintillating to see that comeback.
Yep.
That was amazing to see that comeback. I never thought it was going to happen. I wanted at least a point out of it, but I got 2. It couldn't get any better than this right now. We just took 2 games from what I feel is the best team in this league.
Well, Jody, even Vipers have to believe sometimes.
Now what? Am I supposed to calm down after that and go home and go to bed?
Right.
I don't know what to say.
Wow.
Except thank God I came to a hockey game tonight because that was very entertaining and a lot of fun.
Yep.
Okay. If you guys don't mind, we're going to sign off. No post game. Birmingham down 5-2. Almost with, really, there was 12 minutes left in the third. Not only comes back to send the game into overtime with 14 seconds left on the clock, but win it in a shootout.
Got to be Hayden Stewart tonight first star, don't you think? I don't know.
You know what?
Stewart with 14 or however many shootouts, or Carson Rose with a hat trick.
Carson Rose is going to get it, but he got it last night, so I don't know. I'm glad they didn't ask me because, to be honest, I'm not prepared to answer that question tonight.
I'm not either.
I haven't even thought about it, but I am thinking about this. That's a heck of a way to go into what's going to be Huntsville week, and our Tennessee Valley Havoc fans get to come down next Thursday night to see what I believe is what they should be calling. They're confused about what to call us, Birmingham Bulls or Pelham Bulls. I told them it's easy, just call us the Daddy Bulls because that's who we are to them. We're their daddy.
As long as we keep winning, Jody, you can call us whatever you want because as long as we're on your mind, we're in the right place, baby.
Birmingham in 4th place and clinch, well, at least for the moment, having a home ice advantage with 1 point advantage over Fayetteville. 4th place is the last home ice advantage spot for the first round. But right now, this team's playing great hockey.
9 games, is that right? 9
That's
games
it.
left?
That's it. Okay, that's going to do it for us. Great hockey game. For Greg Dreveny, I'm Jody Chernesky. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Once again, final score, Birmingham 6, Roanoke 5.